Hello, everybody. Welcome to EquinEdge Live. I'm so happy to be with you. I'm Scotty McKeever from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and beautiful day here in Florida today. And I'm excited. We've got Laurel Park, Gulfstream Park. We've got, we'll probably cover, I'm sure you know how we do it. Maybe we'll even last long enough to cover a few Del Mar races. We've got Woodbine. Big shout out to Woodbine Group and the Stronach Group for letting us stream races. Big shout out to RCN as well. And wow, it's just been a busy week with the Breeders' Cup. The Breeders' Cup shows ended up being fantastic. Like the format of it, big shout out to my team. I mean, I can't tell you how hard they all worked to put all that together, and to all the guests that joined us as well. 14, maybe 15 of them in all, as a matter of fact. So, but today, you know how we do it. We're going to go from race to race to race, and we're going to move a little bit fast, of course, for people that are new. Try to keep up. If you haven't joined the coaching classes yet, it's easy. Go to EquinEdge.com and then you'll join coaching classes, which we do the exact same thing here, but only 15 people, and it's slow, and you can ask questions and things like that. So it's hard to slow it down in these shows because most of everybody that's watching is so used to this. And so if I started like speaking slower, going the GSR is this, everybody would be like, Scotty, what the hell are you doing? So, but Breeders' Cup is fantastic. Maybe we'll talk a little bit if you have any questions about what happened to me in the Breeders' Cup. I mean, I was handicapping my ass off, but I made mistakes on my betting in the Breeders' Cup Classic. So, but all right, so we got Laurel Park's coming up here. Let's get this up here. They're heading up to the gate. We won't get a chance to handicap it, but we can watch. And the one thing I want you to take notice is and I'm sure I just killed it, but just how, and now this is kind of wide open on the pace, but just how accurate the pace number is. But look at the GSR. Massive GSR for the 2-horse, LA Victorina, who actually is one of the fastest horses in the race. But I'm curious to see how fast the EquinEdge long shot is, the one, because the pace number, it's showing that this one might have a lot of pace from the inside. And yes, we do give a pace number even for first-time starters. But if you look at the win percentages, it's pretty clear. 1, 2, and 7, maybe. And look at those are the EquinEdge picks as well. So let's see what happens. I'm curious about this one first-time starter as we kick it off here in the second from Laurel Park.
And they're off. He's a shooter, Ben Copenhagen, and asking for a basket, all scrambling out for the early lead. And now in between horses, two, here comes Savoy. So Savoy is just in front. Savoy from asking for a basket to the inside together. He's a shooter, Ben Copenhagen is next. And Shiraz getting a good journey on the outside in the clear from fifth, only 4.5 from the front. Back to Roby's Boy, and Gone in Zane is the trailer. Into the turn, 3 furlongs left to run, and asking for a basket gets away from Savoy in the second spot. Shiraz on the outside. He's a shooter's in between horses in the next flight, and Ben Copenhagen. They race to the quarter pole, top of the stretch, asking for a basket. Savoy on the outside, willing to come back for a little more. Savoy on the outside.
So one thing I learned about the one horse is this horse has talent, but wants to come from behind. So it's not going to win, but it's going to probably get third. But and this horse is like dirtied up right now. So look at how hard the one's trying though. So something to notice with the one next time out, who's going to end up getting fourth behind the 5. So, but 8-2 is the order of finish, and I'll put a note on that one for sure. The horse was checking back a little bit. Talented. What kind of note would you put on that? 8-horse ran huge. I don't know where that came from. Has some talent, I would put. At the rail. These notes come back to help me a lot. Saludos, Dione. What's up, Gold? What's up, Oldie? Your show was fantastic yesterday. You and Justin did a great job. Jeff, Chuck, what's up? Jason, James, Michael, Lawrence in the house. What's up, everybody? Oscar, Scotty, Mike. You're militant, Scott, but I got nothing but love for you, brother. What movie was that? Come on. You know I love to do those movie quotes. I was watching Wedding Crashers the other day. Holy crap. I've watched that thing 100 times and it just never gets old. It's so good. So let's see here. The 8-horse, was it race 2? No, hold on. I went to race 1 first. That's the wrong. Thank you for that. Hold on here. That was race 2. Ah, shit. I just handicapped the wrong race, didn't I? Yeah, thank you. 8. I was wondering where the 8 came from. Savoy is old. This horse is only 2% as well. So the system didn't update. So what happened is, and Brad's working on it right now. I'm on staging, and the system didn't update with all those scratches. That's all it is. So, okay. Let's see here. So what is Dione saying? Let's see here. Guion traduce el español. I've got my translator. Guien. Ooh. I can do it in English real easy and translate to Spanish, but the Spanish is obviously a little bit difficult for me. Anybody know what Dione is saying? The especially Friday, the numbers did amazing, did so good. We got Gulfstream Park race number 1 coming, so we're going to go there. The ticket generator crushed. Yeah, Oldie's show was amazing, right? Oldie and Justin, they killed it. It's just like I said, we put in your bio, Oldie. Thank you, Michael, by the way. I didn't see that. I was like, and then the system didn't update the win percentages anyways. Let's see here. I got to tell Brad that real quickly. Who translate into Spanish? I know. Let him know that the EquinEdge, well, hold on here. Let me put this in here. The EquinEdge website is going to be in Español soon.
El sitio web de los equinoccios
estará
pronto en español.
El sitio web de los equinoccios estará pronto en español. That's my best shot. You see? Brad's trying to fix staging right now. It's staging is just a constant issue right now. But again, you guys know that I'm used to using staging, so I'm not showing the live odds. So I'll probably switch back and forth until Brad is able to fix it. Let's go to race number 1. All right, so the one's getting the one's getting bet, the 10 and 5. All right, so 1, 10 and 5. So Cat's the Gal, 43%, 7 to 5 EquinEdge morning line, but you cannot like the GSR at all on that horse. Let's see. It's the top EquinEdge pick as well. And the GSR is dropping from 55 to 40. Woof. I mean, what happens with horses like this, they look good on paper, and so people bet them, but this is not, good morning, Patrick. This is not a horse. This is not a horse that you keep. No way. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of that, and that. So what I would be doing is looking for a horse. Like, look at this horse. What's wrong with the 10, Holy Berries, who's EquinEdge's second pick? I don't know what happened in the last race, but you can probably throw that race out. Does drop in class. Probably needed the race. Will be somewhat forwardly placed as well. So hey, Alan. I would like the 10 horse. I don't necessarily think that this horse has to necessarily do any good. Let's make sure we don't miss this race. I don't think necessarily this Cat's the Gal has to win this race. It is a big win percentage, but it was a big win percentage here as well. It doesn't have any speed, but the truth is that most horses that win on the synthetic over at Gulfstream Park have tactical speed. They don't come from dead last, and they're not usually the front runners. Yeah, only because, Juice, the reason it's doing that is because it's 43%, and the ticket generator kind of leans towards the win percentage, so that's why. Yeah. Thank you, Scott, for helping with that. Thank you so much, Doug. That was so much fun. It was a lot of work, and the team they needed a break after that. It was incredible work. So, okay, well, we got the win. We got at least the live odds up now, so I'm happy about that. Thank God. That's huge. So thank you, Brad, if you're listening. So hard to handicap when you don't have those live odds, isn't it? So, by the way, for me to give this out, it must mean something. But I'm telling you, we're right now, the entire team is focused towards a November 30th release of the new system. So, and then after that, we're thinking we're going to have releases about every couple of weeks. So that's exciting. Look, you know how I would play this? This is going to be crazy, but I do stuff like this all the time. If I'm betting, I probably do something like this. As crazy as it sounds, I would do a 5, 7, 9, 10 exacta. 5, 7, 9, 10 with 1 exacta. Something like that. And then I would do a trifecta, 5, 7, 9, 10 with 5, 7, 9, 10 with 1 trifecta, just for action. Because I don't know who's going to win between the 5, 7, 9, and 10, but I do think one of those is going to win.
Less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes to start the early pick 5.
So Oldie likes 1, 5, and 10 here, and I can't make an argument at all. Let's look at the 7 horses getting bet. Ria Formoso. I mean, broke from the rail last time out. Oh, the GSR is dropping big time. It's EquinEdge's long shot, but that's a big drop in GSR. I don't, yeah, see, look at that. The dirt tab is 62. The synthetic tab is 44. So, okay, so there you go. I would eliminate the 7. This horse would just burn too much money for my liking. Same with this one. At least 10's not a proven loser. For me, I like the 10. Probably 10-1 over 5, 7, 9, something like that. I think only this is not that great of a race. I think only the 1 or the 10 wins this race.
And the horses crossing over onto the all-weather ticket course, going to make their way to the starting gate for race number 1. It's your last call to wager. Last call for race 1 wagers.
I hope Morales gives this horse a good trip and doesn't try to go flying to the lead. And I certainly like the GSR of 68 for this horse. And look at the SOR. It got a second place finish against a 46 group. Right? 2 back. And look at how the horse, when it went on the dirt, it dropped to a 59 GSR. Do you see that?
And the horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time for the opener.
It needed the race. Coming back here on the synthetic where it ran its best race.
Action in South Florida at Gulfstream
I would
Park.
imagine the 10 horse could be very tough.
Race 1 today at about
distance, you're dropping class to 12.5.
Phillies and
Bears, it's a bit scary.
To load in.
Is the horse still okay?
The first race. The big favorite at 6-5 is number 1, Cat's That Gal with
Miguel
Vasquez.
Are steady, so
she'll be the first one to load
Let's see what happens here. I'm going
Second
with the 10.
choice is all the way to the outside of the gate. 2-1 now for Holy Berries. As Cat's That Gal now clicks to 7-5. Cat's That Gal is in. They're working with Nurse Judy Whitney. Here comes Flat Out Cool to gate number 2 with Jose Bautista. Stepping up next, both Diamond Rock and Ria Formosa. Right, Bella Miura a bit fractious behind the gate. They're working with that one. Meanwhile, Karen's Revenge and Highway Touring stepping up to gate number 4.
I love it. Which do you like at the first of the
as Bella Miura
pick 6 at
goes
Gulfstream
into the gate?
Park.
We'll be joined by jockey Mario Villalobos.
Diaz.
Uncaptured Race to gate number 9.
Oh, we'll look at the pick. Oh, the pick
and
6.
We have 2 bags. Must to gate 5 with Sammy Camacho, and the outside Holy Berries with Jose Morelos.
Let's see here.
2-1 on the board. Second choice. 8-5 right now for the one. Cats that
shortly.
gal.
And
Holy Berries joins the line, getting set here for the opener.
I'm really curious how this one's going to run. Because, I mean, that GSR is really dropping.
And they're off and running away slowly toward the inside was Cats That Gal. Got away last. A few lengths last is Cats That Gal. Meanwhile, Diamond Rock goes out quickly for the early lead. And from the far outside post, Holy Berries is up on the early speed. Right up into second position, Holy Berries.
I'd be shocked if this one horse won after
toward the inside.
Like literally just crawling out of the gate. Didn't look like a bad break.
Just about a link back in that
no
fourth
early
position
speed.
Is Uncaptured Grace. Then
and they're not going fast.
We have Flat Out Cool.
Oh no, that is actually a decent. That's a decent pace.
Must as they make their way around the turn and down the back stretch for the back in the field. We come to Ria Formosa and Bella Miura, and again,
whoever the jockey is on the 10 is doing a nice
less
job.
Than stellar
start. He's not doing with a 99-1 shot. He's just
24
really
seconds
nice.
for the opening quarter. They race down the back
if
stretch.
This 10 is okay and
make
sound,
their way toward the half-mile juncture, and Diamond Rock shows the way here. 99-1, the price on the board for Diamond Rock, who leads it by a length. Karen's Revenge is stalking from second and moves up now, right alongside. Holy Berries is right there in third position, then a gap of about 2 lengths back. Between horses from fourth is Flat Out Cool. Tacking on from the back of the pack and coming wide is Ria Formosa. Toward the inside next is Uncaptured Grace. And then we have Nurse Judy Whitney, followed by Stare If You Must. And Cats That Gal, a lot of work to do, but starts to come on and tips to the outside.
Here comes the EquinEdge long shot.
48-1, 3/4 in 113-1. Karen's Revenge has the lead
but
coming toward the top of the stretch.
Shot
Here comes Ria Formosa on the outside.
GSR
in between horses, Holy Berries, 3 across the track, turning in for home. In between horses, Holy Berries on the outside, Ria Formosa. Then it's Karen's Revenge toward the inside. Flat Out Cool coming to deep stretch. It is Ria Formosa and Holy Berries coming down the wire. Holy Berries digs in to win it. Holy Berries win it from Ria Formosa, and then Karen's Revenge, Nurse Judy Whitney, and Uncaptured Grace in 1:45-2.
10-7. 10-7. There should be some booms. Okay, there we go. That's a nice exacta, right? Sometimes it makes sense. There you go. Nice, Michael. There we go. Come on, we got to get these booms going. You understand these booms? I handicap better when we get booms. Just so you guys know, the GSR, the SOR too, Kev. The SOR too. It's like I'm just a fan. I know. I'm just telling. First of all, look at the GSR. Look at the SOR. Look at this. Look at the SOR here. Been facing better. EquinEdge second pick. 3-1 EquinEdge morning line. And look at the GSR in the 1. It's a 40. I'm not saying, listen, these horses will win sometimes. They will. But you can't just get caught up in a couple of metrics or one metric, 43%. That's why these metrics, we made sure they look at different things. Yes, there's some correlations for sure within the different metrics, but by the most part, they're looking at different things. The GSR is looking at 3 family generations. The EquinEdge morning lines looking at different things, the win percentage, different things. Believe it or not, even the EquinEdge picks are a completely different algorithm looking at different things. EquinEdge long shot. And then the strength of race is just, that's the strength of race. It looks at what it looks at. But this is why these metrics are right here like this. This is a perfect example. But then now that's 50% of it. Now you got to bet it properly, which is, I haven't even figured that shit out yet. $22 exact is awesome. Producer Brian, killing it. Killing it. The entire team. Anna is killing it. Emmeline's killing it. Brad is always killing it. Riley's doing great. I mean, this is an amazing team. A really amazing team. And a lot of the new programmers are starting to understand horse racing now. They're understanding the program, the new design team we have. It's coming along. You're not seeing it yet on prod, but you will. You will. We had to take about 10 steps backwards to move forward, but I'm really pumped to share this with you guys. I cannot wait to get it out. I think you guys are going to be so happy and so pumped up. Yeah, thank you, Jeff, so much. That's a nice exacta. Let's see here. Did that horse really go off at 4-1? The 10? No, 2-1. Wow. Thank you, Kevin. We need a lot of work. We have a lot to do. Like, look, I try to be always as forthright as I can, but like the 10 right now is showing 4-1 on the live odds. If I refresh it, watch, this is where Brad's trying to figure this out. But if I refresh it, it's going to change to 2. See? So it should do that without having to refresh. So right now, what you want to do too is like, if just refresh once in a while, just refresh your screen. Plus, if you want to see like future dates on races, you have to refresh right now. So soon we're figuring this part out and what's going on and why sometimes you have to do that. So there's still work to do. We're getting there. All right. So what do we got here? So as far as tracks go, Woodbine, there's Jeff Bratt, one of the good guys in horse racing for sure. I used to talk to him a lot when I was working at TVG. I haven't really had any contact with him since, but he always left a really nice impression. So you got 2-1 over 7-1. So that's the EquinEdge second pick over the EquinEdge top pick. And, the EquinEdge long shot, over the 4. I mean, that's a nice trifecta, but I don't think we had the 4. No, see, we had eliminated the 4. It was the EquinEdge top pick was hotter than the win percentages, in my opinion, in the Breeders' Cup races. The EquinEdge top pick was absolute money. By the way, I have a horse that is a foreign horse that's running that I think is a single today at Gulfstream Park. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Sorry, I just had to send a note to Brad. Sorry about that. I love that we're getting so many people in Spanish. Yerlin Español, no, Jora. I can't wait to have this site in Spanish as well. Let's see here. Hey, Caesar. What's the Del Mar Challenge? Is there a tournament today? I haven't even looked. Is there a tournament at Del Mar today? Let me know. Let me look on my account and see what the story is. So tournaments. Let's see here. So there's really nothing, right? Oh, it's a qualifier, Caesar? Oh, okay. No, so there's really nothing going on. I thought Del Mar was having a tournament, a big tournament coming up, no? Huh. Maybe it's just on track. You know what? My betting has really been bad, Kevin. Otherwise, I'd play. Is it in 2 weeks? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Laurel Park, Tony. Can always count on Tony. Tony, I'm just going to make you the producer. Let's see here. Laurel Park. Race 3. Okay, scratch the 6 horse, which we had. All right, so let's get to this race. Pace 82. When you're looking at the pace, just make sure that the SOR is not low here. If it's low, then you be careful, because the horse its legs will get weak late if it doesn't have the class, usually. But that's not the case here. So there's pretty lone pace. Look at this. Also has a really, really nice record. The 5 is going to be really tough to beat. Going to be sitting off the 1. And what's interesting is the 7 horse is completely dead on the board, 35% to win. That's really weird. Carlos Lopez is aboard. Wow. I would imagine if you sort the EE morning line, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. First of all, the 5 horse Cozy's Wildcat seems to need the lead. It can raise. No, this horse can actually raise some. And there's nobody faster than this horse on the outside of it, for sure. I mean, 7. There's just something about this 7 horse I don't like either. But 7-1 on this horse? I don't know. There's something going on. Look, you're talking about Jamie Ness, right? And for this horse to be so dead on the board, I think something has to be up, right? Why is this horse so? Oh, that's what it is. Thank you, Darryl. I knew there was a tournament coming up. I would try to beat this 7. There's something up with this horse. The 1's going to go flying to the lead from the inside. I have no doubt about it. But the 5's the speed, probably go. And then you have a horse like Royal Spy, who could get in for the money. I think the race is between the 1 and the 5, and they're the ones getting bet. The EquinEdge long shot, EquinEdge second pick. You know what I did notice too? There's something about when the EquinEdge second pick starts winning, it wins in bunches. So we just saw an EquinEdge second pick win. EquinEdge long shot getting second. Can we do that again? Can we get a 5-1 in here? They're almost to the gate. Beautiful day in Maryland. And we can check that out. 68 and clear. Nice. Laurel, Maryland. I've been there. I went to the Preakness, and that was a lot of fun. Justin and I were there. Satish, how are you? Refresh. Okay. So I'm on the 5-1. There's something. The 7's too dead on the board for my liking. I hate to have the betting influence me too much, but there's just something off with that. There's something about this horse. There's no way. it's not only 8-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. It'd be different if it was 4-1, 5-1 on the odds makers morning line and 8-5 on ours. But something's up with this horse. It's completely dead on the board for these connections. So I would probably leave that horse out. 5's going to be really tough to beat.
Gene Happy.
And then, so I would do something like 5 with 1 with maybe 2-3, right? That would be a nice trifecta. That wouldn't be bad. As they're loading into the gate there. Safi Joseph is actually being interviewed at Woodbine. So he must have some horses coming up this weekend, right? I imagine over at Woodbine. 5 is going to be on the lead, going to be tough. 9-5. Dream Happy on the rail, no bueno. It's not the best breaker in the world, so that gives the 5 in time enough to get the lead, I would imagine. If the 1 does happen to break good, the 5 can rate, so it doesn't matter. And then I see the 2 or 3 or 7 getting up for third. Let's see what happens here. This is the third from Laurel Park.
Back at you. And they're off. Cozy's Wildcat at appraisal. Back at you. Hustled up on the outside and Dream Happy down to the inside on the chase. Back to Royal Spy back of the pack with Billingsgate trailing the field as Cozy's Wildcat clears. Cozy's Wildcat about a length and a half in front from back at you second ahead. Dream Happy is racing in third position. Royal Spy's trying to work forward in between horses there from the 4th spot heading onto the turn, and Billingsgate at the back is appraisal now. Only 4 or 5 lengths will cover them. Far turn run. Cozy's Wildcat.
Look at this 7.
Back at you.
7 got bet late. With 7-1, now 2-1. That is crazy.
The field is appraisal.
This 7 is never catching this 5, and I don't think anybody's catching this 5. But the jockey is just killing this 7 to stay up.
Driven in third position, and Royal Spy on the outside in 4th. They're into the stretch. Back.
Oh, maybe he's going to catch him. These sandbagging sons of a bitches.
They're head to head for the final furlong.
Come on, 5. Stay up. Do not let this 7 beat you.
Wildcat's coming right back from
Come on, 5.
Cozy's Wildcat back at you. Cozy's
Come on, 5.
Back at you to take the lead. Cozy's
Stay
Wildcat
up.
does it.
Yes.
Determined performance to win from back at you.
Son of a gun.
Was third.
Okay.
Spy and Dream Happy in the photo.
What is that? What is that? 7-1 to 2-1 in the gate. He was always 2-1? I refreshed it. No. It was? So the live odds were wrong. Yeah, look at it saying 7-1 here. Wow. I got to show Brad this. Ugh. That is so frustrating. So 7 horse is 7-1 right now. Now watch this refresh. Still 7-1. That's weird. If you go to prod, it's 2-1. Yeah, we're having all sorts of issues with staging. Sorry, guys. You got that? Well, I'm glad you guys had that. I guess I'm going to have to switch back and forth from prod to staging a little bit today. Yeah, the upcoming race was off as well. Okay, Gulfstream Park. Race 2 coming up in 6 minutes from now. All right, let's see. Okay, so the pace number 62 on the 3. This is a wide open race. What you want to do is eliminate some of these 50 to 1 shots, 1%. Even somebody like the 8 horse, 3%, 15 to 1. I'll sort there. Like I see, like, yes, the 7 horse is EquinEdge, second pick, 7 to 2, 20%, but it has no pace and it's got a low SOR. Now, it's got a decent GSR. So the point is that this race is between these horses most likely, and it's wide open. So even a horse like this has got a 62 pace and a 46 SOR. It's got 1 win and 2/3 and 4 tries. So at least you can get, what's cool about this is that you can get a glimpse of the race and the competition pretty quickly, right? Like if I was trying to use any kind of past performances to do this, I couldn't do this show. It's not possible. But at least we can get a good visual of the race, pretty quickly. And we can eliminate horses very quickly that probably have very little chance of winning. Don't overthink things sometimes. If you have a horse like the 2 horse that's 50 to 1 EquinEdge morning line and 3%, that's 2 different algorithms telling you that look at things in a different way, that this horse has almost no chance. And when it says 3%, it's 3%, which means this horse has a 97% chance of losing. Do they win? Sometimes, but I don't think I've ever seen a horse like 50 to 1 EquinEdge morning line and 3% win, right? So there's 2 different algorithms. So if it's 97% chance of losing, and then EquinEdge morning line says it's 50 to 1 EquinEdge morning line, it's even less percent in my mind. Does that make sense? So, and the reason I'm bringing this up to you guys is I don't want you to use horses like this that are going to very rarely win, because you're going to get your butt kicked. You have to trust in the system and just eliminate them. You can't go, well, we got a second place finish over here. No, you can't. All right. So I look at the 11 horse. It's got a low GSR, but it's got a second place finish at the surface and distance against a 46 group, and that's competitive here. So I don't think you can confidently eliminate a horse unless you see a horse that needs the lead for its best, but it's not going to get it. And it could be a horse like this as an example. The 5, the EquinEdge long shot. Like, it's not getting the lead because the 3 is, which means these 2 could be dueling early, and horses usually come from behind to win, or tactical. So I would probably lean against the 3 and the 5. And now I'm going to throw out, just based on the pace number, I'm going to throw out those 2 horses. Now I've narrowed this down to 5 horses. That's more realistic, right? Razor, what's up, Razor, my man? Good luck to you. Glad you can join the chat. You're killing it, bro. And so California Gigi, I don't know what happened in the last race. Empty in the stretch. Jumps on the synthetic. To me, in a situation like this, when you have a horse that goes off at 9 to 2, 3 to 1, 5 to 1, even money, something has to change. To me, that's a bad sign. Now, this is kind of a wide open race, but I certainly I mean, don't like horses like this. And it's jumping on synthetic. It did. That's a good point. That's actually, Jesus, that's
Post
a really good
time,
point.
Less than 2 minutes.
So Jesus, look, if you look at the SOR, it's 52, 52, 50. Today's a 44 SOR. He's right. He's right. And it's that kind of race. Now, this horse, the 7, we talked about this. It's got a low SOR here. It's competition that it's been facing. And it barely won last time out. Now it's facing a 44 group after breaking its maiden. And horses only come back to win 5% of the time. But look at this. It's 7-2 EquinEdge morning line, and it's EquinEdge's second pick. I have no idea who's going to win between these horses. No idea. I feel confident that it's going to be one of these horses. But you're getting a price. 1, 6, 7, 10, 11. I want you to look at something too. Look at how we did that. And all we had to do was sort the EquinEdge morning line. 1, 6, 7, 10, 11. Is that crazy? Look at that. Those are the top 4 lowest EquinEdge morning lines. That's pretty dope. And we didn't do it that way, but a lot of people just sort like the top 4 or 5 EquinEdge morning lines, and then the same thing with the win percentage. That's pretty neat. Making
their way to the starting gate. It's your last call to wager. 1 minute for
That's
race
2.
Neat.
So you look for odds now. They're all pretty well. No, look at the 11 horse. The 11 horse though has no speed whatsoever in a race that doesn't have a lot of speed. It's drawn that wide post. 7, same thing. I would imagine. Look at it. Then if you were like, I got to tighten this thing down, you would get rid of the 7 and 11, and you would narrow it down to these 3 horses: 1, 6, and 10. Now, I think the 11 and 7 can win, but the most likely winner is going to come from one of these 3.
And they've reached the gate. It's post time. Set to load in for this afternoon's second race. They're traveling about 1 mile and 70 yards distance.
This is the staging site, Jay, and Brad's having a lot of issues with it right now.
7-1 with
he's updating me constantly right now, and he's sorry, but we're having some issues with it.
Here comes number 7, What Not, with Lionel Reyes.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's going to be 1, 6, or 10.
Number 8, Be
You can
the
do an
One,
exact box 1, 6, and 10.
Jose Bautista. Number 2, Montana Joyce. Long shot here with David Baracho to gate number 2.
The job of the morning line is to predict. The morning line is to predict what the horse will go off at, yes. But you can find a lot of value in that based on what the horse is going off at and what our win percentage is. So you can use those 3.
Loading pretty quickly here. Jay's Star Jet is set to go into the gate with Chantal Sutherland. Here comes
on what, Oldie? What do you like?
With Jaime Torres.
Call it 11, 7, 6, 3.
Load will be California
We're not
Gigi
fully
with
off.
Miguel Vasquez and Hot Bodie to the far outside with
Okay,
Mario
competition is on.
Lobos.
All right, 3, 6, 7, 11 for Oldie. 3, 6, 7, 11. I'm saying 1, 6, 10.
Hot Bodie goes in, and they're all set. And they're off and running in a pretty good line out of the gate. And First Gold for the inside strikes the lead first here. Right up alongside comes Hotter Than July to challenge that early lead. And in 3-path, California Gigi comes on from 3rd. Also early speed from Elusive Uncaptured. Now drives through between horses to take that 3rd position. As out wide is California Gigi now from 4th. In between horses from 5th, La Brody. And toward the inside, we have Montana Joyce as they make their way to the back stretch. Then we have Jay's Star Jet next on the outside, followed by What Not. Then the pair of Be the One and Hot Bodie. They are the trailers. The opening quarter was 24-1. They straighten up down the Gulfstream Park back stretch here and Hotter Than July with Jaime Torres shows the way as Elusive Uncaptured stalks the leader from the outside in 2nd position. Couple of long shots here in the top 2 positions as they make their way down the back stretch and aim for the far turn. First Gold is 2 lengths back toward the inside in 3rd position from between horses. La Brody now comes on and comes up after the leaders from third now. Here comes La Brody. Also moving up is California Gigi as they make their way around the turn. Then we have in between horses further back, Elusive Uncaptured, and on the outside, Hot Bodie, as the half a mile was in 49 seconds flat, and they arrive at the top of the stretch. It's going to be Elusive Uncaptured with the lead by about a length and a quarter.
Come on, one.
La Brody on the outside is
beat all these three.
Is
come on, one.
On the outside from third position as they straighten.
Come on, one.
First gold is not done. First gold looking for them here deep in the lane. Hot Bodie is up to take the lead now in the final 16th of a mile. Hot Bodie, then it's Elusive Uncaptured in between horses. Whatnot in California GG, but it's Hot Bodie to win it clear by 2.5 lengths. Whatnot in home for second. California GG right there with Elusive Uncaptured for third and fourth in 1:42 and 3.
Three, 6, 7, 11. That 3 ran good too. So Oldie nailed that race. I hate you, Oldie. Nice call. Now, by the way, I did last minute throw out the 11 and 7, just so you know. But I narrowed it down, right? See, look at those are the horses. I didn't have the 3 though. So you kept the top pace number as well. And he didn't show speed, but he came in and won. Or came in and ran good. Okay, hold on here. I'm using, yeah, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. I'm using a test site, Cliff. This is the test site right here that I'm using.
Number 11, Hot Bodie was first. Number 7.
You can see that the live odds came back. So Brad's working on this, right? But you got the Super Michael, nice. But the but they keep going away as well, right? Then the upcoming races are having some issue as far as accuracy as well. But Brad, our developer, is on it. So we're working on it. But that's tough on me and everybody else to watch and me to do when the live odds aren't there. So I have to switch back to what you see, production. Oh, it was great to have you on, Razor. It was my pleasure. And thanks for giving those couple of subscriptions away. That was pretty cool. That was great. It was great promotion for everybody. And the Breeders' Cup shows were fantastic. It was great. Anyways, Cliff, I hope that makes sense to you. This is what everybody sees now, but I'm always, you got it? Okay. I'm always testing, Cliff, and then I'm testing on the staging site. Justin's awesome. I mean, everybody here on EquinEdge, if you go to the VIP Facebook group, everybody's so helpful. Like, I think EquinEdge is a very transparent company. We're very transparent. We have a lot to do and fix. We've been having trouble for like literally the last 3 months on real time. Real time is essentially everything that updates the metrics when a race is taken off the turf, things like that. The test site, you see how different it looks. If you look at this, look at this. This is what you see now. Okay. You see that? And then this is what I see. And there's a lot more here on the staging. Now, because I test on this every single day, and people that follow me know, I have a hard time reading this because I'm so used to this. Plus, this has way more perks and a lot more things on it than the production does. So anyways, I hope that made sense. This community is fantastic. Everybody supports each other. The VIP Facebook group, you can join that. You have to be let in. But you can ask to be invited in. Thank you so much, Cliff. I appreciate that. I'm for the player. I'm for the small guy. That's it. That's what I'm for. I'm for the small guy. And I think it's also important that everyone sees that what we're trying to do is first to market. And it's not easy. It's super difficult. And the programming is crazy. And yeah, and it's fun. And the shows are fun. And it's because of the group. So it's great. And now we've got the new show. It's amazing. Oldie, and you can go on there and check it out. But Oldie and Justin are doing a really good job. Let's see here. What do we got next coming up? 18 minutes to Woodbine, and then 8 minutes to Laurel Park. They're not on the track yet. You're going to buy a hot dog cart, Jeff? Oh, thank you, Oldie. If you don't mind, everybody, would you please just click the thumbs up button down there? It really, really helps the channel. And it's not too hard to do, just if you're enjoying the show, but it really, really helps. The more it's crazy the way YouTube works, but a huge part of it, the way it works, besides just how many people are watching, is also the likes that you get, and then you can start trending, and then it sends more people to our channel. So, and then if you want to get notifications when we're doing shows, just click on the bell. Thank you, Cliff. I just try to live my life that way and treat people the way I want to be treated. Plus, I'm old. I'm too tired for anything else, to be honest with you. Well, yeah, we're not doing just any show. I mean, we obviously can cover Churchill Downs as well. We'll look at the next one at Churchill Downs. We're going to go to right now. We'll go to Laurel Park. All right. Now I know the upcoming races is off. Okay. So let's take a look at this race. We got, how about a pick 4? Let me show you, for those of you that are new, let me show you how to learn the ticket generator. Oh, because we have a little bit of time, I want to show you this. So I sent out a tweet yesterday. Okay. And well, first of all, the tweet was a successful tweet, which is great. It got a lot of views, which I was stoked about. And I'm going on my Twitter real quickly. Okay, so that tweet I sent out, if you get a chance, check it out and maybe like it. I sent out a tweet. Ticket generator hits the Golden Gate Racing pick 6 on $19.20 ticket for $13,536.94, and it did. And I'm going to show you. I didn't make any adjustments. Now, did I bet it? No, I didn't see it till after the fact, but I was made aware of it. Now, only one person hit this pick 6, and you're going to see it wasn't a bunch of long shots, but only one person hit it, and it paid $13,000 and change. I never said I hit it. I never said there was no adjustments. Now, the ticket generator is made for adjustments. That's what's there. It's there to be your handicapping buddy. I was just pointing out in this situation, I thought it was pretty cool what it did. Now, watch. I'm going to put in a $20 play. It's a 20-cent denomination. There's no adjustments here. You'll see. The system did it on its own. And it gave a $19.20 play. Now, watch what it did. It's pretty damn cool. It chose 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. The one horse paid $13 and won. In the next leg, it chose 1, 2, 4, 6. The 4-horse one paid $8.60. In the next leg, it chose the 2 and the 5. The 5-horse one paid $9.40. I mean, these are decent middle payouts. Then it singled the 5. 5-1 paid $5.40. It singled the 7. And Angels Advocate won $5.40. And then it used the 5 and the 6, which both came in first and second. And check out this payout. It paid $13,536.94. Now it's a pick 6 jackpot, but it, a single ticket hit it, and it paid $13,000 and change, all on a $19.20 play. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, you know how Chris says, just it doesn't bother me. Honestly, if anything, I just try to hopefully calm people down and relax them and go, come on, man, just enjoy. Are we touting? I mean, a little bit. I think it's something to be proud of that you didn't do a damn thing besides put in a $20 play and you could have hit for a lot of money. You're going to Bosley Hair Cliff. So anyways, I thought that was worth just checking out. So if you get a chance, check it out. give a heart to the ticket generator. That would be great. All right, so we got Laurel Park coming up in 3 minutes from now. So let's check that out. Race number 4 at Laurel Park. And we have a big pace number in Domineer. 6-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. It has equal to the top EquinEdge or SOR. And it's got, so look at the 5 and the 6 are dominating everywhere. Now, one of these two horses winning this race, like a big percentage of the time. And if you want to know what percentage, all you have to do is add the win percentage, 35, 73, right? Something like that, 72. So 72% just if you use the 6 and the 5. Then when you add the EquinEdge morning lines, top EquinEdge picks, top SOR, I mean, you can see that there's a likelihood the 6 or 5 is going to win. So when you're doing horizontal bets or whatever you're doing, yeah. So Kieran McGee takes over for this horse. He claimed this horse for 8,000. Now the horse is in for 5. So horse is dropping down in class. Well, it really doesn't scare me any. Let's see here. Bald men are sexy. They are. Actually, some are. If you've got that good oval head, nothing wrong with it. I'm not sure if I'd be good bald. I don't know. Maybe. One of the things I do like, if you look at this 5 horse, Shackelford County, the 2 times it was in for this level, look at this. 1 and 3 back 1 and 1 easily. But this is the first time at Laurel. As far as competition goes, arguably he was facing tougher horses over at Monmouth. I like the 5. 6 horse, I never like when a trainer claims a horse and then it drops and then it loses on that drop. You know, Kieran McGee claims this horse. Kieran's good, but I would take the 5 horse over the 6 horse, Domineer. 6 horse can win by 10 or not even be in the money, the way I look at a horse like that, whereas the 5 is going to run. So it's just going to come down to how you bet it. If you look at the EquinEdge morning lines, the 6 is 6-5, but the 5 horse is 7-5. The 5 horse is 37% to win. But here's the thing. This is what I do see. The 6 is faster than the 5, I think. And the 6 has got the outside of the 5. So what's the 5 going to do? The 5 can rate, but is the 5 going to let the 6 go? Right. So the 5 is kind of in a maybe basis, maybe
on Thanksgiving Day, featuring our pie giveaway. With the program purchase while supplies last. We'll have donuts, coffee, cider, and hot chocolate.
I mean, the 4 is the other horse, the EquinEdge long shot. I think we can all agree on that, right?
First race, post time, 11:25 a.m.
4.
Join us Thanksgiving
4 is going to run a good race.
11:25 a.m. first race.
But well, that's not necessarily true. Look, this horse was 24% dropped from an allowance, went from a 58 to a 50, and didn't run a lick. I don't. 5. Yeah, I mean. I would love to think that the 5 horse is going to figure out a way to win this over the 6.
Have reached the starting gate.
6-5 right now, where the 6 is only 2-1. I don't know. Can we trust the 6 horse? First of all, the 6 needs the lead. Maybe that's why it lost last time out. Is the 5 going to easily?
Fortes.
No. You know what? 6 needs. That's why the 6 stopped last time.
Shackelford.
It needs the lead.
6-5.
It's going to be very tough on the lead from where I'm sitting. So I would probably do a 6-5, and then I don't think the 4 necessarily has to get third. So I like 6-5.
Carol Cedeno up.
That's my last minute decision. I'll be right back.
Eloquent Lady. In the gate. And they're off. Domineer flashing that early speed is quick away there from Shackelford County and Eloquent Lady. Ms. Malevolence on the inside, hustled up there, and Fortes right alongside of that one, and Lightfoot Miss is outkicked. 5 furlongs left to go. Domineer is clear. Domineer, Fortes moves solidly to second spot on the inside. Is Fortes as Domineer leads. Fortes, Domineer in front of length from Fortes, 4 furlongs out. Edging into the turn, Shackelford County is in third. Ms. Malevolence is in fourth. Back to Eloquent Lady, and a gap of 7. Lightfoot Miss has to pick it up. Domineer still dominating into the far turn run. 3 furlongs to go from Shackelford County, and Fortes is in third. The others have to pick it up. Ms. Malevolence and Eloquent Lady side by side, and trailing is Lightfoot Miss. They turn for home with Domineer up top. Shackelford County there on the outside. Shackelford County to the center of the track as Domineer tries to hold on to the lead. Fortes is third at the rail. Furlong left to go. Domineer in front. Length and a half, 2. On the outside, Shackelford County making inroads now. Shackelford County coming at Domineer. Domineer getting weary, and here's Shackelford County. Shackelford County takes over under Walter Rodriguez. Domineer second.
4.
Third was Fortes, then Lightfoot Miss and Ms. Malevolence.
And I don't understand why a jockey thinks he's got to get so far in front like that, you know, Barbosa. Like, he's a good jockey, of course, but, you know, get the lead. But why do you have to have the horse 5 lengths in front? Because it ended up costing you late. But either way, I imagine some of you bet that properly. It looks like Doug did, James did, so that's good. Yeah, and that the 5 horse ended up getting off at 8-5. So look, it was those 2 horses. EquinEdge long shot got third. Cool stuff. They're on the track at Woodbine, and they're always really good about being on time. So we'll go to Woodbine's race number 1. Now, the pick 5 doesn't start till race number 2 at Woodbine. Daniel got the exacta. Tony got a nice exacta. All right. Nice. All right. I love when, okay, that gets me pumped. All right. I mean, it's not, these are favorites. I get it, but it still gets me pumped to see the booms. Okay. So Master Spies, 47%. Now, I know it's got a 74 SOR here, but it didn't run in the money, so that doesn't mean anything to me. If you look at this SOR, it's just part of the group. Now, I'm going to get rid of this horse here, the 3. Doesn't look likely. You have a 2% horse here, 25-1 EquinEdge morning line, and this horse went from 38% last time out. I can't see that. Like, I don't care if it's 8-1 or not. Nice. That's a nice win bet, Frank. Jeff likes the 1 and 2. So we'll look at this horse. So look, if you sort this SOR, which is the current service and distance, the 7 horse has a 51. It's the lowest of the group. And it's only got 2% to win. It's 10-1 EquinEdge morning line. This is not the worst looking long shot in the world. I don't know what happened in the last race. Interesting. But look, it won at 5% here. It won at 3% here. The system doesn't seem to have a good pulse on this horse. So I wouldn't throw this horse out. Not only that, too, none of these horses have really done any good. And it's a cheap 5,000 claimer. At least this horse has 2 seconds and 1/3 in 8 tries, albeit against a little bit easier. I don't think the 7 wins this race, but I wouldn't be surprised this horse in the money. But let's look at the pace situation. The 1 horse can rate, but it's on the inside, going 6 furlongs. Is it going to rate? Because well, look what it did here. 8 horses here going 6 furlongs, and it won this race, going 6.5 on the turf, actually. That's a different configuration. 6 furlongs here, was on the inside and dueled against similar horses. And got an 8% jockey. The chances of this 1 horse really getting a great trip are not so good. I don't think anyways. I think he's going to send this horse, and I don't know if that's going to be good or not. Ace Destroyer. This horse's best chance is to go to the lead. It's only 3%, so it's going to send. I think you're looking at some pace here. What's the 2 going to do? See, the 2 might be close to the pace. This is as far as like the pace goes. Where is it different? Which one? Which one, Chris? Which horse are we talking about? The 8. GSR of 62. We might have a bug on it. Pound green. Okay, hold on here. So prod is right. Mine staging is wrong. Okay. Let's see here. SOR. SOR where? Wait, hold on here. SOR. SOR on the 8 is 51. SOR on the, no, you're looking at something different. This is this SOR over here. So GSR is 62. GSR is 62. Don't forget, I have 2 SORs. I have the current surface and distance, which you guys don't have. And then I have the SOR that you guys have here, which matches up perfectly.
Loading here with horse 1 on what is a slightly chilly day compared to what we've had.
Master Spy, 56.
And plenty of cloudy
Master Spy,
skies at 56. The moment.
Yeah, no, it's all fine.
Toronto, they're moving in.
Yeah, you looked at that wrong, Chris. It's this SOR, because you don't have it, can get confusing. They're the same. You scared me for a second there, Chris.
Not fully there as the gate is opened.
I honestly don't know. I'm thinking that maybe a horse that's tactical. I'm curious to see where the 2 is going to be. Honestly, the horse I would like to be in the money the most, the one that I think will be in the money, would be the 8 Pound Green. Yeah, I get it. That was on the current surface and distance.
Securing the front of the gate. Next in, Master Spy. Touching into
so the one time it did go 6 furlongs on the synthetic, Chris, it faced a tougher group, but it didn't finish in the money.
Next, Ace Destroyer.
This is a wonderful tool here too. You're gonna love it.
Nice careful Komodo on be the change.
All right, let's watch this. I think the 8 at 7-2 might run good. There's a lot of speed here. I'm also curious what the 1's gonna do. Is the 1 gonna try to sit or send?
And let's have fun. Running up to gate 7. And the outside runner is Pound Green. And the field almost ready for the first Pound Green for Gary Boulanger, outside gate. Walks in and the runners are
8
all
looks
in
good
and locked
too.
Up.
Oh,
settling in gate 3.
That 3 horse is really acting up.
On their way and back to last period.
You could have predicted that was going to happen with the 3.
Come through, but out in front, Let's Have Fun. On the inside, going through to second, Corduroy Road. Master Spy is on the pace in third, and back into fourth placing is Ace Destroyer. Be the Change moving up nicely on the outside. Then Pyrian. Out wider is Pound Green, and 3 lengths away last, Mesa Skyline. Out in the lead early, Corduroy Road. Let's Have Fun within 3 parts in second. Master Spy a half away third. Be the Change going up on the outside from Pyrian. And back next is Ace Destroyer. Pound Green starting to wind up second last, and 2 away last is Mesa Skyline. As they head inside the 3/8, Corduroy Road being chased here by Master Spy, who ranges out within a length On the outside, Let's Have Fun. They're about 2.5 to be
the jockey on the 8 has horse, but he's the 5 horse is just really screwing him up. And the 5 has got no chance of winning, so the 8's going to have to go wide.
Be the change. A long way from home. Corduroy Road still the leader by a length and a half. Master Spy, and they're out in front by 3 to Pound Green. Corduroy Road in front. Master Spy trying to get there. Corduroy Road running about a bit, but holding them clearly. And down to the wire, Corduroy Road will win comfortably. It is Corduroy Road. Sky It's almost 3 lengths to Master Spy. About 4 to Pound Green, and Mesa Skyline was 4th. The time 110.09.
128. All right. That was pretty predictable. All right, let's get to Gulfstream Park, race number 3. System, Brad must be doing some good work right now. Race number 3. I have a note on this horse. Let's see here. Lost to a very nice first-time starter. That was my note on the 2. And it's got a really nice GSR, 5-1, 23% in what appears to be a wide-open race. We can probably get rid of this horse fairly easily.
And the horse is arriving at the starting gate. Set to load momentarily here for race number 3. It's your last
so we narrowed it down to this.
They're at the gate.
7 to 5 on the EquinEdge morning line on the 4 triple start. Jaramillo jumps aboard. Speed usually holds up there. Thank you, Willie, for that. That was nice. Nice going, Tony. Wow, you're on fire. It's not even your birthday. Your birthday was like a month ago. Maybe we can get rid of this 6 horse because of the GSR.
Loading in for the
really
third
dropping,
1 mile distance on
right?
fast
So get rid
track.
of that. Could be in the money. Don't get me wrong.
Heavy favorite on the board throughout here.
You know, I would probably do an exacta box 247. I don't necessarily think the 4 has to win, does
load
it?
in as the 3
It burnt money as the favorite last time out. Are we going to let this horse burn us again? I mean, maybe.
To join Sir Daniel.
The GSR does go up, though. It does go up. I've got a nice note on the 2.
Sonny Leon.
This horse has burned money as well.
Diamond Cool is next with
Rendon,
Miguel Vasquez and Instinctual.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't like the 7 on the win end. I don't think I would trust it. I like 2 and 4.
3.
Let's see what happens.
Here comes Instinctual. And the 2-year-olds are in the game.
Scott likes the 2 and 4 as well. Yeah, it looks like those 2 horses.
And they're off and running. A pretty decent start, a level beginning, and they're all lined up across the track here. Early speed from the outside from Instinctual and Diamond Cool. Those 2 away quickly. Also now Triple Start comes on quickly to the outside, and Il Miracolo toward the inside joins the fray here as they line up across the track and battle for the early lead. And they are set to leave the chute and link up with the main track here, and it will be Il Miracolo with the early lead. Diamond Cool between horses running in second. Instinctual on the outside is third. A link back to the outside. Triple Start in a stalking position from 4th, and toward the inside it's Occasion in 5th position, and Chacharero and Sir Daniel as they round the turn and make their way past the half mile next. The quarter was 24 seconds flat. Il Miracolo leads away by 3 parts of length. Diamond Cool turning up the pressure now from second. Instinctual right up there 3 wide, coming after the leaders as well after that half in 46 and 3, and it's 2 lengths back to the outside. Triple Start is coming on from 4th position, then Occasion, and we come back to the trailers in the field. Chacharero and way back to Sir Daniel. Coming toward the top of the stretch, the battle continues. Il Miracolo still has the lead on the inside, has turned back the challenge of Diamond Cool. Now Instinctual takes his turn on the outside and comes after the leader. But it's still Il Miracolo and Lionel Reyes with the lead on top by 2 lengths coming to mid-stretch. Il Miracolo Instinctual still trying on the outside. Diamond Cool is back to 3rd, then Triple Start. It's Il Miracolo. Il Miracolo to win it here.
9-2.
Very sharp here to win it by more than 3. Il Miracolo won it. Instinctual home second.
Nice.
Diamond Cool 3rd, then Trip.
I hope some of you bet that horse to win. 9-2 is really good odds. We had these 3 horses up, 2, 4, and 7. Nice. Nice going. All right. Chuck had that as well. In had that. Boom pick 3 for Kevin. Nice. Okay. There we go. Steven had that. Sweet. I love it. All right. All right, we're getting some momentum here a little bit. What's coming up? Is there anything coming up? Nope. 13 minutes of that. There. We can go to Churchill Downs. Why not? Nice exacta. Boom exacta there. Hey, Steven. What's up, Marv? My man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. If you haven't seen that Elvis movie, it's actually pretty good. Okay. Remember, this is, oh, Bruce crushed. Nice, Bruce. So, nice, oldie. Bring it home. Make sure you let us know who you have in the fourth leg, okay? Look at 1 to 9, top pace number. I mean, the 6 strobe looks tough. But remember, that's why these sort buttons are up here. Like sort. If you want to see the EquinEdge morning lines in comparison to the odds makers, this will help you. You can kind of see like the 7 horse is EquinEdge's long shot. Plus, it's 6 to 1 on the EquinEdge morning line. Okay, so and it's based. Look at an average of 74 group at this surface and distance, and it's got a nice GSR. So these, when you talk about getting an advantage of finding prices, this helps you do that. The EquinEdge morning line does, and so does the EquinEdge long shot. Makes sense? So look, we can pretty easily get rid of these horses here. And then look at this one, where a lot of people maybe would use the 4, right? They would use it because the morning line is 6 to 1. You get a couple of things here. One, you see a very low GSR in comparison to the field. You see 9%, which isn't horrible if you take away the favorite. But then you get 15 to 1 EquinEdge morning line. I'm just saying, like, there's just a high likelihood that this horse doesn't run very good. But when you look at it on paper, you see 3 wins and a second place finish, like in the last 6 races. This horse does not look bad. It does go to Gennaro Garcia. And so maybe this horse could run good. It is going from 3% and 1% in the last couple of races to 9%. So maybe it can run better. No, maybe it can run better. I wouldn't totally discount this horse, but its GSRs are kind of low. I would just say this is not the worst looking long shot in the world, so I don't know that I would completely throw it out. It's not going to beat the 6, I don't imagine. And the 6 horse has done nothing wrong. This is Brad Cox and Florent Giroux. I can't show you the race, obviously. What's up, Dan? Tom says 1-7 straight. That would be a nice pay. That would be a decent payout. I am actually kind of with you on that. So maybe a daily double. Let's see. So the 12 horse is a first-time starter that's got a top GSR and it's got 11% in a wide open race. I don't love the post, but it is on the straightaway, and that's not as bad. And like it's worth. I think it's worth doing a daily double, like Dan's saying. Thank you for that, Dan. By the way, one of the good guys. A 6-12. Why not? Let's see here. $52 exacta. Claiming Crown Day. Oh, is that what it is? Patrick thinks the 4 is going to run big. Ghostly girl. Oh, knock her down in this race. So a lot of times I just want to sort the pace to see how it's all going to play out. And when you look at it, you can see the one horse on the rail is going to be forwardly placed. So I wouldn't like the 1 because the 6 is faster. And I think the 5 is going to be pressing on the outside as well. And let's see here. So the 5 and the 1 faced each other before on 9:25, and the 1 didn't run good. 5 horse did, and that was from the rail. So I would throw out the 1. I like the 7 to be in the money, and then I would take the 4 or 5. So I'm going to say 6 with 7 with 4 and 5. That would be my play over at Churchill Downs. Well, and we're eventually gonna change the GSR here. It would say 6.5 furlongs dirt wet. That'll eventually happen. For now, what you have to do is you just have to go to the handy view and go to the you see the tab 69, 70, 77. So the 4 really doesn't show any wet breeding, but the 7 horse Surfer dude sure shows a lot of that. So I think we have to look at that. Oh, it did, Chris? That's a huge difference. So there was a horse at race 3 at Lone Star yesterday that went from a 36 to a 68 wet GSR. I'm assuming it won. But this is a really nice wet number for the 7 horse. I still think on these kind of tracks, the surface, the wet, and this horse has good breeding as well for a wet. It's going to be tough to beat the 6 gate to wire. The 4 won the race. 6 ran second. So look at that. That's crazy. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this wet. No, this horse had the least of the wet. I'm just not a wet fan. The 4 crushed. I'm just not a wet fan at all. I've never done good on a wet track. It's so hard to know. The 4 horse, I just could not have predicted it personally. 4-1 easy, huh? Wow. Four, 6, 7. Thanks, Mike. The wet in that situation, the wet GSR would have been wrong. Look, and we might need to do some work on that. A lot of people always talk to me about how good the wet numbers are on the wet tab. Let's see here. So 6.5 furlongs, this horse would have a 52. That wouldn't stand up even close. 67 here. Surfer dude. 66. 4 horse. See, you wouldn't have found that horse on the wet numbers anyways. And wet tracks are so brutal. All right, let's get out to Laurel Park, where we have a track that's not wet. And we know we kind of have a good feeling as to what's going to happen. Race 5 at Laurel. Okay. Here we go. Sort the E morning line. And look, where do you have an so look, I can confidently get rid of these horses from the 5 down for now. You can see that between the win percentages, the odds, all that kind of stuff. I can get rid of those. So this race is down to this. Now let's sort these other things, the other metrics. So 3, 2, and 7 are the bottom 3 right now on the E morning line. And then if I sort the win percentages, 3, 2, and 7 as well. So here's where part of the problem starts happening. is the 7 horse who has a top pace and also one of the top SORs, right? So I feel like I could get rid of the 3 and the 2. Okay, so now we've narrowed the race down to these. Now the 8. This for me would not be a single because it's only 20% to win, which means it's got an 80% chance of losing. And it's got a 44 SOR, so it's the weakest of the group. It's got a decent GSR. But, okay, it is a second-time starter. But here's the thing. When you have a horse that runs good first time out, breaks bad, only loses by 3 1/4 lengths, these horses are always going to get overbet. The connections are fantastic. I'm not going to be surprised this horse wins with a good break at all. But it's facing some horses that have faced better horses. So look, the 12 horse and the 8 faced each other last time out. Now, the 8 broke from the rail, broke 7th of 7, and was at the stretch, was on the lead with the 12, and then the 8 horse slowed down. Now, are we sure that this horse is not going to regress again? I don't think we know that for sure. So I couldn't tell you that the 8 is necessarily better than the 12 at all. Now, is the 8 going to have the lead? No, the 7 is so fast.
Pick 6 today, approaching
and 7's dropping in class. Could the 7 go gate to wire? Suarez jumps aboard. Horse drops big in class. The win percentage doesn't go up as much as you'd like to see, but this horse has also never had a clear lead like it's going to have today. Does it get brave once it gets the lead? Right now, you're getting 10 to 1. I mean, this is a big pace advantage for this horse. Six horses dropping even bigger in class. And it didn't run bad last time out. I'll tell you that. This horse is liable to win this race. The EquinEdge long shot's 4 to 1 right now. If I had to choose one horse to win this race, for me, it would be the 6. Sitting probably, I imagine the 6 might be sitting like 3rd or 4th. What's interesting about the 12, look at the 12. The 12 is showing as one of the slowest horses in the race, yet in that last race, it was on the pace. I don't like it. No, it's not going to be on the pace today. I would maybe throw out the 8 and the 12 the more I look at it. I would probably narrow it down to 6, 7, 13. Interesting. I don't know. But again, this is subjective handicapping, okay? It's not for the faint of heart. I just threw out the top 2 favorites. So it could come in 8-12, I'm telling you. But the 12 shouldn't be nowhere near the pace today. And his style is to be near the pace. If not, he stops. Or she stops.
Sweet factor.
And the 8 comes out of the same race, which makes me not like the 8 either, just by association. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm going to...
Dunderboss coming up 2 to 1 favorite.
Oldie might disagree with me, but I'm going to say 6, 7, 13.
Wild Blue Yonder, Walter Rodriguez aboard. Oberdare. Circuit. Galactic Tide. Controlled Fire. Angel Cruise Up.
Vladimir likes the 13. I think the 13 looks good as well. 7 should have a lead. I mean, 7 broke outward. Terrible.
Midnight Revenge
13's getting a really nice break.
Horses, Grass Cutters pushing forward now into 3rd position. Waverly away running in the 4th spot.
Oh, and can rate.
Factor is now in 5th position. Yeah. Waverly drops back after a short break. Pass by. Wild Blue yonder.
The 7.
Tide is also settled about 8
well, 7 helped us because the 7 took out the 8.
About 9 to the front as well.
That didn't suck.
Boss has got a lot to do. Does this favorite at this point? Dunder Boss, no speed racing, 3rd to last at the far turn run. Gherkin 2nd to last, and Operdare trailing the field. Midpoint on the turn. Midnight Revenge. Midnight Revenge is the one to catch. Length and a half from Controlled Fire. Same margin back. Sweet Factor is in 3rd. Circuit is in 4th. Waverly on the inside is next in 5th. Grass Cutter is in 6th. And next is Dunder Boss, is swinging to the outside, but still far, far back, coming to the final furlong. It's Controlled Fire in front, driving to the lead from Midnight Revengers, giving all to the inside. They're 6 lengths back, and Waverly's trying to hold on to 3rd. Dunder Boss on the far outside, trying to get into the money here. It is going to be Controlled Fire. Controlled Fire to win by a couple at the finish.
13-7.
Midnight Revenge tight 3rd. Dunder Boss and Waverly in that photo.
There we go.
Circuit.
Hopefully the 7 doesn't get disqualified, but the 7 horse went off at some decent odds, so that's huge. Right, 7 went off at 10 to 1. 13 was 7 to 2, I believe, or 4 to 1. I mean, that's a really nice exacta right there. But again, the 7 really had some trouble at the start. So hopefully there's not an inquiry. 12, we called the 12, do we not? I mean, 12 was going to be nowhere near the pace and didn't run a lick. 8 horse kind of got taken out and finished. So to be fair to the 8 might have won this race if he broke well. I would put a note on that horse. Another bad break. The 8 can run for sure. So we got a little bit lucky there. Another bad break. Yeah, let's hope the 7 stays up. Thank you, Ken. Don't forget to smash the like, the thumbs up.
Minute 6.70 the running time.
13, nice, right?
Chart is posted. 13 Controlled Fire first, 7 Midnight Revenge second, 2 Waverly.
So Kieran McGee hitting at 23% off the claim.
Circuit fifth.
No, it wasn't even a claim. Just took over for the horse, and look at that. I mean, change in trainer and look what happens. Is that crazy? No, that's pretty nuts. What changed here? So David Hoffman's was training this horse. He's 5%, and then Greg Foley took over, nothing, and then Kieran McGee takes over, and look what happens. Now, does get easier competition, but that horse won like a good thing.
Controlled Fire, Angel Cruz with 2.
Got to watch for that stuff.
Robert D-Bone and trained by Kieran McGee. 2-year-old Great Filly by Straight.
12 to 1 on the 7.
Vintage Breeze.
I hope this holds up.
Delia Doro. Bred in California by Legacy Ranch Incorporated. In a minute,
I just put a note on this 8 horse. That's all. What about the bullet, Jesus? On the 13, did it have a bullet work? Oh. That doesn't mean anything to me personally. I can see how some people would use that, but for me, it doesn't mean much. You see horses with really slow workouts that win. That was only a 3/8 blowout, and there was only 7 other samples. So for me, I'm not getting caught up in that. There's not going to be an inquiry, hopefully, before they call it official, before maybe there's a jockey's claim of foul. Because the jockey on the 7, the horse definitely went all over the place. For sure. Objection. There you go. Knew it. I knew it. Gosh darn it. Okay, now we got a
jockey objection of this race. Jockey objection. Rider of number 8, Under Boss. Javion Toledo finished 4th, claiming foul against 7 Midnight Revenge, second place finisher.
No, we're not necessarily screwed.
Interference, leaving the starting gate.
And the reason the jockey tried to correct the horse.
8. against the 7, leaving the gate.
Oh. Thanks, Juice. Have fun. Thank you. Did you get that Coke or no?
I'm gonna go get it for you right now. Okay. I'm gonna go. You want me to go get it for you?
No, I don't want you to
No,
trip for that.
No. I'm gonna go. I know. I was going to wait for you. So hungry. Oh.
$91 exacta too. Oh my God. No, I'm good. Thank you. I got delivered food. Yeah. Let's do a pick 5 at Woodbine. The head on looks really bad, huh? Yeah, I know. Let's see if this is a single. I have a note, needs much easier, and not getting it. Look at, that's a good sign. So 4 is a good single, I think. Because my note on the second pick is needs much easier, and it's not getting it. And it was 42% to win last time out and didn't get it. So I think the 4, with its pace, its number, is a good single. Oh, it does? Yeah, but it's been dueling. And it cuts back in distance. Nobody can go with this horse here, I don't think. Let's see what its number. Let's see if it had a big advantage here. Had a 73.
Stewards have dismissed the claim of
Ooh,
no
good.
action will be taken. And
there we go.
Jockey objection dismissed.
Nice. We dodged the bullet there. Nice going. We got lucky. Sorry, guys, I have not eaten all morning. Well, my note on the 6 is terrible. This horse hasn't done a thing. This horse stops all the time. I mean, I don't know who else does singles, so I'm going to have to say 4. Never had doubt. I can see what Oldie's saying, but the horse has been dueling. I hope it doesn't duel here. Okay.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. That's good. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tough race. I have a note on this horse.
Starters called them to the gate.
Has
They're
some
forming
issues.
a line now for the second. Mumblebee to the inside in the betting.
So I'll get rid of that.
6 Admonish, 5-2, 7-2 Mumblebee, 7-2 Call Me Kitty, and 5-1 for Skinny Dippin'.
All right, this is the ticket I'm recommending right here.
Slay Jones with Mumblebee to gate 1 as they move up.
Oh, you're welcome, Ashley.
The ride, with the ride is Leo Salas. Moves along, followed by Milwaukee Bay.
I understand what you're saying, though, Oldie. Let's get it home. I don't think there's a better single on the card.
Skinny Dippin' to gate 4.
But you're not wrong. I think maybe it caught a field it can beat, though, and get a clear lead. That's my hope.
Next to join is Smarty Illusion.
All right, so we need the 1, 4, 6, 7, or 8.
Declan Carroll, gate 5.
They're going in the gate at Gulfstream. But we'll stay here.
Now Admonish. Practical Gizmo. And the last along is Call Me Kitty. Fillies and mares have gone in. They're all in, locked up, and they're off. And pouring out a bit, Call Me Kitty. Mumblebee quite clearly a length.
Refresh your screen, Ashley.
On the outside, Skinny Dippin', Practical Gizmo, and Admonish the center. On the inside, Lunatica, and second last, Call Me Kitty, and a couple of ways, Smarty Illusion is last. With the front running roll out the stretch is Mumblebee with it ahead right down. Leads the way by a length and a quarter, Milwaukee Bay, and on the inside, just behind the leader now, Lunatica looking for racing room as they slacken the pace up front and try to settle. Skinny Dippin's Handy in fourth. Off the track, Practical Gizmo, followed by Admonish. And next to last, Smarty Illusion. And last is Call Me Kitty. Mumblebee controlling the pace early. Smarty Illusion is one back second last with Call Me Kitty. They must spot this lead about 4 or 5 lengths. So not much between the field of 8 and out in front. Still Mumblebee from in second placing Milwaukee Bay and Skinny Dippin'. On the inside, Lunatica. Right behind is Practical Gizmo. Smarty Illusion at the back with Call Me Kitty. In between them, Admonish. A line of 3 at the tail end. Mumblebee at the half mile, 3/4 in second, Milwaukee Bay. Skinny Dippin' moving up on the outside as they quicken the tempo. Lunatica, the rail, and Practical Gizmo, the widest. Still at the back, Admonish. Behind, Call Me Kitty and Smarty Illusion. Inside the 3/8 and Mumblebee by a length and a quarter again. Milwaukee Bay, Skinny Dippin'. Lunatica scales the rail. On the outside, Practical Gizmo.
I'd say what the one
Admonish
was
is the favorite is last. Behind Smarty Illusion and Call Me Kitty. Mumblebee trying to break free here.
We got to be worried about the 5 a little bit.
Goes for broke now and slips the field by 4 lengths.
I think the one's gone.
Right up. Lunatica giving chase, running a big race. Mumblebee by 3.5 to Lunatica a threat. They're well ahead of Skinny Dippin'. Mumblebee trying to keep going here by
I would
3
follow
lengths.
that 2 back
Lunatica
next time
running
out.
a
I
bold
mean,
race in second.
look at the 1. I mean, the
Mumblebee
1's
down to
finishing and the
wire
2's still
has
closing.
never really been troubled. And gate to wire.
Wow.
Mumblebee scores by
We
2
got by
1/4
that.
lengths. Second home is Lunatica. About 9 to Smarty Illusion third.
Who was a 2? This horse ran huge. Where'd that come from? Got 111 pounds. Huh. So 7, 1. You wanted that 7, Oldie? I think I missed that. 7 was the third choice. Who do you need? Devil Dog has got the... Okay, you got the 8. Okay. So everyone's rooting for the 8 in the next race. All right. We'll handicap that. James has got the 8 as well. Cool. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, but the wet track, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I am not a good wet track player. I'm just not. Everything is not what it appears on wet tracks. So we'll look at it. The reason I got rid of the 10 is because it's got that really low GSR. I don't always do that, but there is some signs that this horse is going to get bet and all that, and it could win. Brad Cox, Florent Giroux. To me, it's dead on the board for those connections. Could it win? It could. And I will say this. The only thing I will say, when you have big connections like this, I don't know how they get these horses to win, but sometimes it doesn't seem like it doesn't matter the metrics at all, right? They are, Chuck. Chris is really good at wet tracks. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I've seen Chris do that. Well, we're relying on you here, Chris. If we look at the tabs, the 3's got a good wet, 10's got a good wet, 7's really got a good wet. So does the 12. 7, 11, 12. Oh, who brought up the 12? Somebody brought up the 12 earlier. Who was that? Bill did, didn't he? No, Dan did. Dan did. Yes, I do remember that, Chris. Yeah, I do. You hit it? Oh, this is what you need. You need 1, 2, 3 at Aqueduct. Oh, that's something to root for. Michael, let me know how you do. Yeah, Dan brought up 12. Look at this 12 now. 5-2. Oh, I got to watch that race now. I got to watch it from my phone, though. I got to watch it. We have a little bit of time to Laurel, so I think what we want to do is root on this 12 horse right now. One turn mile. Of course, Oscar, you got it. I want to give you guys the best chance of winning, and sometimes with the wet track, it's hard. Maybe I overthink. I don't know. I've just never, I mean, of course, I've had days where I've won on wet tracks, don't get me wrong, but overall, I like to just kind of look at the numbers and go, okay, I can see what's going on here. And with a wet track, sometimes, here's why this happens. I know for a fact why it happens. What happens is, a lot of times, a lot of the jockeys think the track is sealed, and maybe sometimes it is, and they send, and they take the horse out of its normal style. So that makes it even less likelihood that you can predict who's going to win. 100%, that's what happens. And so for that reason, I don't love playing wet tracks. Now, I think you can utilize the pace number to help you on these wet tracks, because normally speed will hold, right? So from that perspective, you know, you would look at this 4-horse here. Now, as accurate as the pace number is, it's not as accurate with first-time starters. So we don't know really who's going to have the lead. They are. All right. Well, I know one thing. Many of you have the 12-horse, and so we're rooting for the 12. About half of them are loaded into the gate. 10's acting up big time. First-time starter. I mean, that's never a good sign. That kind of messes up the jockey, messes up the horse. It's paid $670 for the pick 5 to the 8-horse. So I would probably not use the 10-horse here. And we talked about that horse as well, having a low GSR anyways. So I'm going to get rid of that. And did you see that? It just drifted up immediately. That's not true, Jesus. That's not true because, well, that horse was 12-1 on the morning line. So maybe there's no value now on the horse, but I think it's lukewarm right now. I still think there's value. Who's going to be second? What if we get rid of the 14 and the 8 because they're low EquinEdge morning lines. So now do a 12 over 3, 4, 7, 11 over a 3, 4, 7, 11 trifecta. And then maybe what you do is an exacta 3, 4, 7, 11 with the 12 as a cover bet, something like that. There's a high likelihood that one of these 5 horses is going to win this race. And the 12 is getting bet for a reason. And it's got a huge GSR. So just cover those 4 horses with the 12 somehow. Wheel it in some way. Who are the connections of the 12? Oh, Bill Mott and Luis Saez. $12 goes in, and one more left to load on the outside, the 14, who's 17-1.
They are in the gate.
Let's get a good break from the 12.
And they're off.
Broke slow.
Pretty even beginning. Alexa Lou is sent on right off the mark. Her ladyship is there. Vogelsong not far behind, and Ghost the Girl down toward the rail. But Alexa Lou is sent on for speed off the mark with Aisha RN. Those two will go head and head. Guns and Lilies comes up on their outside to track them from third. Now making it free across the track as they cross over. Aisha RN short lead. Guns and Lilies second. Alexa Lou pushed on for speed toward the inside in third. Vogelsong comes away from
I will say this.
Ladyship in the clear, advancing up
the 12 horse is actually running pretty good, but it broke slow. But it absolutely he's got horse.
Up into eighth, undoubtedly. Is all the way back in ninth and is 8 lengths off the lead, followed by Alexa, and it's 5 back to Inside Girl, struggling at this point in a full-out drive. Far turn run, the opening quarter 22-4, the opening half 46-3. Pace is honest. Aisha.
There comes a 12 on the outside.
With Guns in the
Look at this 12.
Ladyship right there outside.
Oh, that's the 3. Is that the 3? Where's the 12? 3 has got the lead. Come on, 12. At least get second.
Miss Peabody has swept to the lead. Miss Peabody takes over and kicks away by 2. Alexa Lou clear sailing now, and here she comes. 1 furlong to go. Miss Peabody by 2. Alexa Lou Coming at her now. Final 16th. Miss Peabody's still there. Alexa Lou continues to close. Alexa Lou grabs the lead right at the wire.
7-3-11.
Alexa Lou.
I don't know what happened with the 12.
Guns and Lilies and her ladyship.
Pulled up last. Look at 7-3-11. Right. So when we talked about this, here's the point. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses we threw out. 6. And look. Look at this. You got a 7-1 shot, EquinEdge long shot, over a 7-1 shot. It's pretty cool. And 11. And look at this. 7-1 over 7-1 over 10-1. That's gonna pay huge. You hit the 50-cent superfecta? Wow. Who got fourth?
Photo finish.
6 horse. Huge. Huge. Nice. It's really nice. You got the exacta, Ashley? That's a nice exacta. Look, we can, because of the system, we can narrow it down. Michael, you got that too? We can narrow it down to these horses, and then it comes down to betting. So, unfortunately, I don't know what happened to the 12, but the 12 just didn't run. But the EquinEdge long shot gets the win.
Number 7, Alexa Lou was first. Number 3, Peabody was second.
All right. I believe we got Laurel Park coming up in a minute from now, which is true. They didn't lie. Yeah, it didn't run. All right. Laurel Park. Let's see here.
Approaching the starting gate.
Okay, who's your single? Wait, you're live at Aqueduct for the early pick 5 at Aqueduct. Who do you have, Tony? Let us know, Tony, how you do. We're going to stay here at Laurel. Big pace number here by the 8, who certainly looks like it needs the... No, it doesn't need the lead, and it's got an outside post. And...
the horses have reached the starting gate.
Yeah, this horse looks really, really, really tough to beat. Good GSR. This horse seems best on the lead, so I personally wouldn't like the 10 for me. That's just, again, that's my preference.
Sponsored.
I would like the 6, 7, 12. Somebody to come from behind. For me, 6 or 7.
A 2-1 favorite.
So I like the 8 with 6 and 7 for me. And maybe I would throw the 12 in there somewhere.
Burks.
But I think 8's going to, 2-1 is fair value.
Heads or tails? In the gate. And they're off. Out there first is Fully Connected as Jerry's Gem is hustled up for early speed and Burke's away running third position. Sponsored on the inside, Holy Synchronicity. Heads or tails is at the back and some 9 to close in. Fully Connected to speed to the chasing Jerry's Gem there. Taken to the 2 path in pursuit of Fully Connected to the far turn. Fully Connected leads about a length and Jerry's Gem another 2.5. And Burke's is in third. The outside is Holy Synchronicity. Sponsored has 6 to make up now. Ridden along at the rail and trailing the field is heads or tails. 2.5 furlongs to go, and it is fully connected. Just the neck in front. Jerry's Gem willing to try to catch on the outside. Now they're in even
Five's
terms.
been running
At
huge
top
the
of
entire
stretch, and
time.
Jerry's Gem's got the momentum. Puts the head in front. Jerry's Gem fully connected, battling every step of the way, approaching the
Eight's
final
fighting.
furlong. Sponsors
The
trying to
5
pick
was
up
just
there.
good.
Brooks is in fourth, past the furlong marker. They roll. Jerry's Gem in front, trying to edge
Look
away
at this
now
8.
from fully
Never
connected to
stops trying.
second.
What a
The
good horse
outside
race.
is Burks, and next is
But 5 is
Sponsored.
just too
Here's
good.
Jerry's Gem, sharp as can be. Photo second. Sponsored along with fully connected.
Looked like the
and
6
Burks on
got
the
second.
outside.
You had the 5. Nice. Top EquinEdge pick. Yeah, I won easy last time out, didn't it? The jockey did a really nice job on that 5. All right. Woodbine Race number 3. Nine minutes. Okay, so we did a pick 5. Let's take a look at this thing, what we had done. I don't remember how much we did it for, but did I not save what we had done? That's right. We had singled the 4. Okay. Now I'm caught up here. So we need the 4. Was it 120? Okay. Thanks, Scotty. All right. That's the ticket that we did. Lock that in. Those were already locked. Okay. Okay. Popular vote. So if you take a look at this, first of all, I have a note on the 6 horse. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to run, but it disappointed as the big favorite last time out. But it does get a new jockey in Justin Stein. Sometimes that can make the difference. Sometimes maybe not. But my note was needed easier. But I've had notes like this before, and then the horse comes back to win. I will say that. The horse is dead on the board. But this horse is stopped as well every single time. But it seems like it's getting a little bit easier here. And the EquinEdge second pick is a horse I don't like. Now you get new connections here. And this horse, I mean, maybe it can be okay with the new connections, but I mean, it's not run a lick. But it does get new connections. So it's a hard read. The EquinEdge long shot I mean, just altogether, this horse, I think this horse wants turf. If you look at the turf tab, it's a 69. So I'm not loving the 2, and then the rest of these just don't look very good at all. Like, so for me, the only one I see beating the 4 horse, if it's going to, is the 3. So what I would do, well, the 6, okay, the 6 could get in the money, but again, I have a note on this horse. I just, like, it was, like, as far as the win end goes, there's no reason why this horse couldn't get second. I think the 4 is catching an easy field. And, but if the 4 was going to get beat, I truly believe it would be by the 3. So maybe what you would do is a 3-4 exacta box. I don't like the 1-2-5. So really this comes down to betting. This horse has been off. I mean, maybe the 1 could get third. This horse just doesn't look good for me, for my liking. I can't put one race on this horse that would put him in the money here. Let's see here. So the morning line on the 1 is 6-1. The GSR on the 3 is massive. But look, that doesn't mean anything because it's always been big. You see that? It's always been big. So that doesn't mean anything. I think we have a good single here. I do. And only because the connections are taking over would maybe I would cover my bet with a 3-4 exacta box. And maybe try to beat this 3. The 1 has been off since 2021. And I do like that it got a 3rd place finish here against 11 other horses. It has no speed. And I could see it getting up for a piece. Yeah, it was 6-1. It was the same, Cliff. So I think we look pretty good. Gulfstream Park is going to probably be coming up around 6 minutes, probably 7 minutes. So we should be able to get Woodbine and Gulfstream Park in there. But I think 4 should have an easy lead. I think it should have an easy lead. I like the cutback in distance. Let's see how this race ended up. So here it had a 73. Broke first. The horse that won was 33% to win that day. Then came back to barely lose against what appears to be a weak group. This horse came back to run decent against an even weaker group. That's not a good sign. Let's see here. This horse came back to run good against a tougher group. Needs the lead. So that's a pretty good race. And then ran decent. So, okay. Gio Maria was in that race but didn't run. Okay, so we don't like Gio Maria. Okay, Don Farrow. I wouldn't ignore the 6. Even with my note, I wouldn't ignore the 6. I don't know who's going to show up here. I don't know what's going to happen with the 3. I know it just looks like I don't like those. I think the 1 could get up for 3rd maybe. It's really going to be how you put your bets together. I'm praying that the 4 goes gate to wire, but the 6 has been facing better horses, in my opinion, than what I'm seeing with this horse. Let's look at this race. Oh, can't pull that one up. Nice, Michael. Let's see here. Why did screen show 5-8-12 Laurel 6? Oh, I'm on the staging site. That's why. That's why. And the scratches are not working properly on the staging site right now. So that could be the reason, but let's see here. So race number 6, 6-8-12. And Laurel 6. Six, 8, 12. So they're the same. I don't know it's the exact same. But that happens on the staging side sometimes.
Tacking onto the pack now is Popular Vote soon after the break.
So the jockey on the 4 decides to rake
and
get in between
racing
horses.
Out in front, Proud Speaker, and got 2.5. Popular Vote gliding into second spot. English Shell third, not the easiest of trips early for the favourite. I'm Into Mischief caught wide. Next to last, Dawn Ferrer to the inside, and last, Gia Maria. Popular Vote's looking good here. Proud Speaker's in front. Popular Vote's within about 3/4 in second, and now I'm Into Mischief takes off deep on the track to scout after them. Dawn Ferrer on the inside. Popular Vote at the leader's neck. Proud Speaker joined by Popular Vote. I'm Into Mischief running after both of them quickly as they come for the lane, but Popular Vote hasn't been extended and has gone clear. In fourth, Dawn Ferrer turning in front. Popular Vote now for the first time asked to really finish this off. Coming is Dawn Ferrer. I'm Into Mischief. The outside's been working overtime. They're still after Popular Vote. Popular Vote in front. I'm Into Mischief grinding to the front now on the outside. I'm Into Mischief with a recency edge here, and has got the upper hand narrowly from Popular Vote.
Wow.
And working
that's not the way I thought we were going to get it, guys, but we got it. Holy shit.
To Mischief by a length and a quarter. Make it length and 3/4, Popular Vote.
Wow.
A chauffeur photo, Dawn Ferrer, and Proud Speaker the outside. Then English Shell and Gia Maria.
I have no idea. I believe you. I don't know. Wow. We got a little bit lucky there, didn't we? All right. So Gulfstream Park race number 5. You got the double. Okay, we got some booms there. Wow. Oh man. I was wondering what the hell you got that, Willie? Did the 1 beat the 6 for third? I don't know.
The winner is number 4. I'm Into Mischief over 3. Popular Vote. Photo for show.
Okay, who are we rooting for in this race? You need the 8? That's right. We got the 8. I know many of you have the 8. All right.
The 7 and 3 for the 5/8.
1 second.
1:11:38.
Hey. Yeah. Let me check.
Dawn Ferrer, number 6, third. Number 1, Proud Speaker, fourth, 4-3.
Well, I'm so glad we got that. We got that race. I'm having a bit of internet issues, so we're rooting for the 8. You don't have the 8, Chris? Uh-oh. Come back. I don't know why there's no sound, but I am having some internet issues. So the 8's in the lead right now. Gilligan, 7-5. A lot of horses pressing. 8 seems to be well within itself. Probably 23 seconds flat. I don't think is too fast. I think that's well within this horse's range. Nice exacta, Willie. 4 is coming. It's going to have to go wide. 8's not been asked yet. 9's coming. Could finish in the money. Two's on the rail right now, and 8's and 2's going to get him. 8 just stopped. Wow. 2-8. Sorry, guys. Yeah, 23. Was running easy, but just stopped. A lot of scratches over at Churchill. So the reason why I would not use this horse, 1, the trainer is only 5%. 2, the GSR drops to 50. So for me, whoa. That's weird. Okay, so there's nothing I don't know why you keep bringing it up. There's nothing I can do. It's not there, like I just showed you. So if it said it before, I don't know. We're having problems with staging, though. It's not really that big of a deal, I promise you. I'm on staging. It's nothing that affects prod. Everything you're seeing me use can be messed up because it's staging. Staging is what I use to test. So whether it said 5 or not is irrelevant. It does not matter. Remember, there's an asterisk here. This is staging, okay? Staging, I promise you. So it doesn't affect anything on prod. Big pace advantage for the 1. I'm not watching this. I know. I got to put that up, Chris. I get it's. We'll say this for newer people. I totally get where it's confusing, but like It's staging eyes, okay? So don't overthink it. My man. What's up, Justin? How'd the coaching class go? Yeah, probably. Let's see. Oh, stop scaring me like that, Anthony. Now you're going to make me look. You know what? You're slowing down the show. All right. I'm kind of buying time right now because my internet is really slow. So I'm hoping it picks back up. Get it, Cliff. You know what? Of all things, so my brother's son is named River Stone. Okay. Yes, I know. But, like, I think my brother thought he was going to be the next rock star, but he's a good kid nonetheless. That being said, there was a horse that ran the other day. It got scratched in the gate, I believe, but its name was Rivers Stone. It's so crazy. Like, that's the last thing I'd ever think that a horse would be named. You know, I mean, it's crazy. River Stone. Don't be bummed. Don't be bummed, Oldie. You got this. You got plenty more. You're gonna crush it. Again, I'm having internet issues, as you can see. Everything is just like stalled, which just stinks. It's so sucks to do this when things are doing this. All right, let's look at these horses coming on the track.
Miss Georgie, Chevy and Toledo, owned by Michael Iserman, Earl Silver, Kenneth Fishbein, Lacey Gaudet, trainer. Number 4, Bound by
Yeah,
Destiny.
you are.
Jeremy Rose up.
I'm over at Anna's daughter's house right now, in Naples.
5 is twice as sweet.
I've done a few shows now here, and I've had no problem. We'll see. It looks okay right now. We'll see. Until I speak.
6 Diamonds If You Do. Angel Suarez of the irons for Glen Angus Farm LLC, trained by Graham Motion. 7 Shiny Slot with Carlos Olivero. Victoria's ranch owner, trainer Juan Carlos Avila.
Oh, you're in Clearwater, Cliff?
Number 8, Dissolute. Angel Cruz for Running More Racing
Angel
LLC.
Cruz on
trainer
the 8.
Cal Lynch.
All right.
Five minutes, track good.
All right.
Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, high 5, double, pick 3, pick 4.
Let's handicap this. Okay. So I don't really see an advantage in the GSR. So we sort that. I mean, what's interesting about the 7 horse is it's got a 16% win, but what's really crazy is it's got a 6-1 EquinEdge morning line in a wide open race. Now, a lot of people are going to discount this horse because they don't know much about it coming in from Parks. But, and look at this horse has been dueled from the rail last time out as well against a pretty tough group. So they're bringing this horse in here for the Smart Halo Stakes. It's a non-graded stakes race. What I look for is horses that, wow, I mean, this looks like a really nice horse, right? I was going to say improving horses. And this horse coming in from Delaware. And Rose
turned out runner of this race for
shows up
is Dissolute
to ride this horse.
Brought to you by the Maryland Jockey Club and the Maryland Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. 3 minutes, race 7, the Smart Halo Stakes.
Okay, so I mean, this horse, I mean, I would argue with you that the 5 is worth betting more than the 4. I don't think I would, and the 4 is 7-2. And then you take a look at the 6 horse, who's 2-1 right now. This horse is getting overbet. 11% horse at 2-1 is getting overbet, and it's a maiden. Now, they're bringing this horse in, ran on 10-12. What's up, Aaron? It's about time. Where have you been? I think this horse is getting overbet. This horse broke its maiden over at Delaware. And you know, for me, you can see the 3 is going to be probably on the lead, the EquinEdge long shot. I think we better look at the horse to see whether this horse had trouble. First time went gate to wire against a 50 group. It's not proven at this level. I don't think. The 8 horse is going to be forwardly placed. And then you have the 4 and the 5. For me, I would be on the 4. Oldie thinks the 2 can get a piece. For me, I think the 4 is going to sit like in 3rd or 4th and get a piece. And this horse has only raced 4 times and on the improve. It needs a lot of pace, I think, to get there. But it got placed first last time out against a weaker group. This is a big step up. But I don't think this. I think this horse could get like 3rd or something, or 4th. I would agree with Oldie. I don't think 1st or 2nd. I don't see it. I think the 4 horse at 3-1 is a really nice bet. Now, clearly the 8's going to get a nice trip, right? Is he going to duel with the 3 or is just going to sit? He only beat 5 other horses last time out. So just because the horse looks good on paper does not mean it's the next Secretariat. And it's only 10% to win. 4 horse is not only 7-5 EquinEdge morning line, it's 30%, and it's the top EquinEdge pick. Never lost a race. I have a feeling that I don't think I think this horse can come from behind, no problem. Connections are fantastic. Yeah. We don't know. It's only raced 1 time, right? I mean, who knows if this horse can rate or not? We don't really know how good this horse is.
Loading in now for the Smart Halo. Sheldon Russell on Gormanley's Gabriella.
There is tremendous value in the 7, Cliff. You're absolutely right. We haven't really even talked about this horse. 16%, 6-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. I can't wait to see how that horse runs. But yeah,
Gone by Destiny.
This is a really tough race. This race came up really tough, right? But I just think the 4 is going to find a way to get the win.
Twice as sweet. Diamonds if you do. Shiny Slam. Dissolute is 2-1. Dissolute.
We're going to do that. We are definitely going to do that.
Smart Halo. Diamonds if you do. Very sharp break for the gate. Twice as sweet as early. Speed 2, and on the inside is Miss Georgie coming to join the speed fray. Shiny Slam racing fourth. On the outside is Dissolute next. To the back of the pack, Gormley is Gabriella, and Bound by Destiny trails the field, only 6 from the front. Heading over the turn, it's Dissolute now going on with it. Dissolute from Twice as Sweet in second. And Miss Georgie down to the inside, backs off just a little bit on 4 off the lead. Outside of that
something
one
is completely off with this 4 horse.
And far outside,
an undefeated horse. Does he not like the track? That horse is toast.
3 furlongs left to go. It's another 4 lengths back.
Completely uncomfortable, the 4.
Gormley's Gabriella is next, and they're followed in the back of the pack now by Shiny Slam, and Bound by Destiny is way back at the top of the stretch. Twice as Sweet goes on. Twice as Sweet from Dissiluted second spot. Out in the middle of the track, Diamonds.
Weird run by the 4, right?
In between horses is Miss Georgie's
5's
fighting on as well, with 1 furlong
top
left to go.
GSR,
Twice Sweet and Fergal Lynch, and they're putting on a powerhouse performance, opening up by 5-6 lengths. Twice as Sweet.
EquinEdge long shot's going to get the second.
Smart Halo Stakes. A win by a half dozen. Miss Georgie was second. Gormley's Gabriella. Diamonds if you do, and Dissolute.
I don't know what happened to the 4, but clearly the 4 wasn't
Minute
right.
10.48, the running time.
So the 5 horse top GSR, EquinEdge second pick, 24%, and ran huge. You had the exact and try. Nice, Anthony. Yeah, no, this horse figured. I don't think that's a surprise. The 4 running the way it did, I think that was more of a surprise. I don't think we're surprised that the 8 didn't run good. Anybody else? I think the 3 horse running the way it did was pretty impressive. But 5 is just too good. All right, we got Woodbine race number 4 coming up. The 2 got third. Did the 2 get third? I didn't see that. I wasn't really looking for that horse. Nice, Oldie. Oldie called that. All right, we did do... And we're alive. That's right. We're alive in this pick 5, right? 120 ticket is what we did. Okay, Tom. So you're playing a tournament later. How does the EE long shot of the day get chosen? Thinking about picking it in GP7. We'll look at GP7 after this race, Tom. Okay, and see, and we'll talk about the EquinEdge long shot. In this race, we have the 1, 4, 6, and 7 to move forward. And I think, Cliff, you were saying your wife is Lois Lynn. Luis or Lois? Luis probably, right? All right. Let's see. Trainer Mark Cassie, still the trainer. 58. What happened? So we know that the 7's going to get a good trip. I don't believe the 2's getting bet here. Oh, I can see why, by the way. It's got a 60 SOR here going this distance, a 6.5 on the synthetic. The problem is I really don't think this horse can rate that well. 5%, I mean, 9-2 is just too low. I think you should look at least. I would. What'd Stewart do? Hit the pick 5 for 23.44. Nice. Nice going, Stewart. Nice going. This 2 horse, I don't think can win, but I would say 2 horse for the exotics. Loaded question. All right, so let's look here. 671. Everything is 671, isn't it? Six, 7, that's 7-2. 7, like, let's see here. So 7 is at the top of a lot of stuff. Oldie has a note on the 5. So new connections could definitely move this horse up. Yeah, I'm starting to think that this race is a little bit tougher. We only used the 1, 4, 6, and 7, but this race might be a little bit tougher than we realized. 1's getting bet. Nobody really knows what to do here. I wouldn't let the odds affect you in any way in this race from what I can see. Hey, it looks like my internet might be coming back right now. Oof, woohoo. Okay. It makes me happy. It's so hard when this thing is delayed. I can't even tell you how hard it is. You just want to quit. You really just don't even want to do it. But it looks like it's back. Well, we don't have the 2 and the 5, so we're certainly not rooting for them. I would love for the 4 to win. The EquinEdge long shot. Third by 4. I would have to lean probably towards the 6 horse. I like the 6 because the 6 is tactical. It has a good post. The 7's going to go to the lead most likely, and then the 6 will just be sitting there. And depending whether the 7 gets an easy lead or not, and somebody else goes, I think the 6 can sit. I would say that in this situation, the layoff for me would be a positive because something's been going on with this horse. And new trainer, so he's taking his time with this horse, or the horse has had issues and they haven't been able to, but it could go either way. It really could go either way. Good connections though. I don't think any of the horses that are taking most of the win percentages of 6, 1, 6, and 7 all have their issues. So that's where you'll see a long shot at times. I'm hoping that the long shot we're going to see is the EquinEdge long shot. That's what I'm hoping. We're only using 4 horses in this race, but this is a wide open race. The horse only has a note on the 5. I don't think the 2 can win. I think the 2 maybe could be in the money, but the 2 can. I don't think the 2 can win, but the 5 could win. For sure. We'll watch this race, and then we'll go straight to Gulfstream Park. We've got plenty of time for that race, especially now that the internet's back. But 1, 4, 6, 7.
43.
See, when you're talking top to bottom on the SOR here, strength of race, 60 to 56, I mean, there's not much of a difference there. There really isn't. There's not.
Mares are headed to the
I will say this: the 7 horse
this race
has one second place finish against a better group than this.
Pick 4 at 6 1/2
and draws an outside post. 7's the horse to beat. I don't think there's any question about that. I really don't. I doubt the 6 is going to duel on the inside of the 7. So 7's going to probably go to the lead. And then the 6 should get a good trip. The more I look at this, the more I'm really thinking this race is between both the 6 and the 7. But we're about to find out.
Luz de la Luna has drawn the rail as they come forward for a start.
One's getting over bet.
Going ahead here with horse 5 flipping. Rider out the saddle. Kevin Nichols will resume his place in the gate. Luz de la Luna preparing to join as they are moving in. Silver Dahlia to gate 2. And coming up is Old Secrets. Loaded Question to gate 4. Flippin is reunited with Keve in the gate and now Systematic. To the
6
line,
looks great.
down to 3 to 1. Lois Len goes up, and the last will be Oh Heavens to the outside gate.
I'd be shocked if the 7's not in the lead.
Fukumoto with Oh Heavens. And this field is all in, locked up. Away they race. And one of the best away is Oh Heavens with Lois Len flipping away nicely, and Silver Dahlia coming up the inside, floats into 3rd. Tracked along by Luz de la Luna. Systematic is on the outside mid-pack, improving as Lois Len takes command in the early stages. Back to the tail, Loaded Question and Old Secrets, who's about a length and a half away last. Going away from the Lois Len by 3 lengths to Oh Heaven. Silver Dahlia, the inside of Systematic.
Smart. You don't want to send
away
yet.
Came flipping up the inside. Luz de la Luna gaining ground. Second last, Loaded Question, and last is Old Secrets. And left alone, Lois Lane got out to lead by almost 4 lengths. Oh Heaven, Silver Dahlia sneaks up on the inside and out wide is Systematic. A length to Luta La Luna, looking for some run off the inside. Then came Flippin' Old Secrets and Loaded Question. Systematic coming around the outside. The leader, Lois Lane, down to a length. Oh Heaven's the center. And Systematic takes off. Luta La Luna's in the clear, coming after them well. On the inside, Silver Dahlia as they corner.
A lot of horse on the one right now.
It is Lois Lane, Systematic the center, up the rail, Silver Dahlia, and down the outside, Luz de la Luna given full bore and coming to the front now. Luz de la Luna shot clear, Loaded Question chasing down the outside. Luz de la Luna in front, on the insider, Silver Dahlia and Lois Lane. And Luz de la Luna's too good
that
for them.
two ended up getting second. Look at that long shot.
3/4 make it 2.
127.
Second, Lois Lane third.
6 had 0 excuses.
116.40.
So 1 wins, 2 gets second. So nice exacta. Didn't get it, unfortunately. 1 wins. All right, let's get to Gulfstream Park, and we'll do a pick 6. 7 got the lead easy. No excuses. No excuses at all. 6 horse had a perfect trip. No excuses there either. Christensen, I have an old note on. This jockey strangled this horse. Needs to be near the lead. Has burned a ton of money. And now it's the favorite here. But it's going to be on the lead, and it's 54%. What you want to do is look at a horse's win percentages too. Okay, so 5 furlong synthetic. Let's see if this horse had a big pace advantage in its last race. Ah, shoot, we can't see it. How about here? No. I think the 4 is going to be tough on the lead. That's just a big number. Top GSR, top pace. I highly doubt in any of the other races this horse had this. Thank you so much. All right, I highly doubt this. This is a pretty big number. And the 1's on the mired on the rail and not a great breaker. And does get 111 pounds. EquinEdge long shot 6-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. So when I look at these other horses that are in this race, I don't like them. And this is a maiden special weight on top of it. This horse probably breaks its maiden here. It's probably, I mean, this maiden special weight race came up so weak. We know one thing. This horse needs the lead. Here, it's got a big pace advantage. And the next closest pace is the 1 who's not a good breaker and draws on the rail and also has a 42 GSR. So it's dropping from the 53 going, wait, hold on here. No, that was dirt. Yeah, it's a synthetic. So it doesn't, the synthetic breeding is no bueno. So, and by the way, sprinting on the synthetic, Justin was telling me this morning that when you sprint on the synthetic here at Gulfstream Park, speed is tough to catch. I would imagine the 4 is going to be tough to catch today. So, in saying that, let's single the 4. I will mention that this first-time starter, the 2 horse, but it is on the rail, is probably meant, I'm sure it is, but this horse, it's 12-1 in the EquinEdge morning line, but it's getting bet to 3-1, so it is getting bet. But we're going to stick with the 4. No, that's not. No, I wasn't using that horse. I was using these. Let's see. 4,000. All right, that's going to be my recommendation. If you want to cut back, this horse here is probably a single. Now, in the pick 5 I gave out today on the Hippica show, I gave out this horse. Now, here's the thing. This horse was beat a horse. It's a Group 1 winner. I know it shows as a first-time starter. This is staging. This horse has ran 6 times with 4 wins and has a Group 1 win and a Group 1 second place. And it beat a horse called O'Connor, who came back here to win by 6 lengths at Gulfstream Park easily. And Safi is pointing O'Connor for the Pegasus. And it's 8-5 on the EquinEdge morning line, top EquinEdge pick. This horse might be a single. But these are the other horses. Well, and you would add the 8. So something to think about. I think the 8 could win as well. But anyways, that's the story there. Yeah, I got that, Tom. Let's see here. So that's why, okay? But I think that maybe O'Connor is a single. But this isn't a bad ticket as well.
Arriving at the starting
top
gate,
2 EquinEdge picks, just in case for whatever reason the 4 doesn't run. This horse is likely to run a good race.
5.5 furlongs on the all-weather Topeka course. For 1 Cutie, the end of the gate, and here comes number 2,
right.
Red Dog.
Actually, I'm gonna recommend this ticket.
Spinning Musician to gate number 5 with Edgar Perez. Next up, here comes Bank Frenzy to gate number 6 with Sammy Camacho. And Bernardo's Legacy to gate 3 with Jose Bautista. For 7, Gotta Go Gator with Leonel Reyes steps up. Two back, including the favorite Christensen. Even money on the board for number 4, Christensen. Waiting for his turn to load, and then Solomon's Gold
TJ
also waits for the outside position.
Oh.
Favorite Christensen with Jose Morelos. Going up and in, and here comes Solomon's Gold to complete the line. And they're off and running, a decent dispatch, but Bank Frenzy didn't have the best of starts. That one is the early trailer from the center of the pack, early speed as they race into this first furlong from Spinning Musician and Bernardo's Legacy. Also right up there and coming on is Christensen. Christensen is up to take a short lead now from Bernardo's Legacy, as on the outside Spinning Musician shows in 3rd position, and from between horses Red Dog is 4th, Cutie toward the inside running from 5th. Out wide from 6th position is Solomon's Gold. Then we come back to Gotta Go Gator and Bank Frenzy. They are the back markers. 23 seconds for the opening quarter. They make their way around the far turn, headed toward the top of the stretch. Christensen with the short lead. Bernardo's Legacy fights on the inside. These two are 2 lengths clear from between horses. Bank Frenzy looking to come on, and way out wide Solomon's Gold as they straighten away for home. Christensen opens up by 2, opens up by 3. Solomon's Gold on the outside looking for 2nd position. Bernardo's Legacy Legacy fights on for that position, and toward the inside closing is Bank Frenzy, but Christensen is home and wins it by more than 3. Christensen delivers. Bank Frenzy was second. Bernardo's Legacy was third, tight for fourth in 104 flat.
We got it. We'll take it. 6-5 was a gift. I agree, Oldie. Nice. Top pace. Top EquinEdge pick. 8-5 EquinEdge morning line. 54%. Top GSR. Those are the singles. Thank you, Daniel. I didn't do anything, honestly. All we all do, all of us, is just make a decision, right? Yeah. Like, look at this horse is like in California, this horse would never, it would be a 20,000 claimer. I truly believe that. But the horses are a bit weak over here at Gulfstream Park right now. And I mean, this horse was the favorite the last couple of races, but it was going to get a clear lead here. It was 54%. It was, yeah, it was always going to win. Thank you, babe. Yeah, it was always going to win. So that was huge. And let's get this big 6, Vladimir. Absolutely. All right, let's talk about. I think Tom wanted to talk about the EquinEdge long shot. So this is how I play the EquinEdge long shot. Let me use this as an example. I sort the EquinEdge morning line, okay, and I see a horse in this case that's 23%, 5-2 on the EquinEdge morning line. And then I see 2 wins at the surface and distance and 6 tries with a 3rd place finish. And it's the EquinEdge long shot, and it's got a good GSR. To me, you're not getting a price here, don't get me wrong. But to me, this is a good EquinEdge play as far as a long shot goes. The 9. Yeah, price play algorithms are a long shot. But what 9 are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about Gulfstream Park. All right, let's look here. Delmar's coming up. So you mean the 8 horse at Gulfstream? Is that what you're talking about, Tom? In the 8. Got it. Ahead of the night. So I'm going to look it on staging, okay? It's easier for me. Nice exacta, Steve. Okay. So I sort the morning line. It's 9-1. It's not terrible. Sort the win. Win's low. Pace, it's got good pace. Its SOR is good. And its GSR is not bad. So yeah, you could use a horse like the 8 for sure. No, we have, believe it or not, there's 10 different algorithms, price play algorithms. This 8 can run better. I would say that. I agree. Wow, you're on fire right now, Stuart. I would, hey, Colin, what I would do, Tom, I would just make sure look at all the metrics, okay? Not just the EquinEdge long shot, but if you ever look at the EquinEdge long shot and you can't say that it can't win, you want to make sure you use it because it will beat you at the inopportune times. Trust me. I know. Chris had the exacta. Oh, there's an objection. You got it. Okay, we have Laurel Park. Race number 8. You got the try? Nice, Chris. Okay. Get rid of these 2 horses. The reason it's easy to do, first of all, they're on the low side of the GSR. They are 20 to 1, 25 to 1, EE morning line respectively, and 3% each. Easy eliminations. Now we're looking at 4 horses. A lot of pace in the race. And the problem with the 6 horse here, possibly now, is that the 7 is fast and seems to only have one way of going. So it could really hurt the 6. I don't think this horse can rate. So this horse has to go, and the 1's on the rail. I'm not liking the 1 at all. There's an old saying that speed kills speed. I think the 6 probably, it's a good breaker. Well, it broke 6 last time out. That's how fast this horse is. Still at the first call was in lead. I think you're going to have a really hard time beating the 6. And if the 1 and 7 stop, then this horse could pick up a piece. No, tougher here. But yeah, it's all speed. Now let's see why the 7 horse. What happened to the 9? Oh my God, that's awesome, Colin. Congratulations. You know, my youngest daughter, Alexis, is going to have a baby on Monday. I really think, first of all, if you think the 7 can rate, and maybe it can, yeah, it might be able to. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, me and Anna are flying to California on Tuesday. Well, I'm going to guess this 7 horse can rate. I don't know why the EquinEdge morning line doesn't love the horse. I don't know. I still would lean towards the 6 horse. I have a feeling that the 6 is going at all costs. Will the 7 catch it? I would probably throw out the 1. I'm going to call 6-7. Maybe an exacta box, but I'm leaning towards the 6 horse to win.
Loading in now for the James F. Lewis.
That's a good question.
Stakes. Heldish.
You know why? The main reason is because we don't have approval to show live racing, the streaming. That's really honestly the only reason. Whereas we're able to show these, like, we don't have approval to be able to show you the live streaming. And so when we all handicap together, it's so much more fun to watch the race together. That's the only reason.
Tis no clown. Riccio. Open the gate for Riccio.
For real, Cliff. It goes by so fast.
Now in. Recruiter 6-5.
We're about to find out how good the 7 is because the 6 can run.
Honeyquist. Off of the James F. Lewis Stakes. Good break there for Recruiter, going right to the front from Honeyquist and Coffee with Chris, and Heldish on the inside, up close there in 4th. Another 2 Tis No Clown, and Riccio trailing the field. The pressure on now for the front-running Recruiter is getting through his Coffee with Chris down to the inside. Coffee with Chris seizes an inside opening. Recruiter well relaxed there, second spot. Heldish up close in third, just 2 lengths on the front, and Honeyquist looms up. Through at the Chris and Honeyquist on the outside, moving forward a bit from third. Heldish is in 4th. Now with 2.5 furlongs left. Tis No Clown back of the pack is Riccio. Top of the stretch, and it is Recruiter going on with it. Honeyquist in full pursuit as they turn for home. So Recruiter's got the lead about almost 2 lengths now from Honeyquist, driven to the second spot. Heldish is in third, and Coffee with Chris is in 4th. Coming to the last furlong, and it's Recruiter in front. 2.5 clear from Honeyquist in second, with Heldish just holding third from Coffee with Chris. They're all marching home behind Recruiter. Recruiter to win. Chris? Recruiter in the James F. Lewis Stakes.
The long shot one.
Second, Honeyquist, then Heldish.
All right, that's 6 horse 1. We beat the 7. And the horse ended up getting off at 6-5.
Running time is 1:09.70.
Nice,
6 furlongs.
Win, exacta, try, and superfecta at Aqueduct. And you had the EquinEdge long shot. Wow. I agree, Anthony. Oh, wow.
6-7-1-2. Recruiter, Angel Cruz.
Okay, Tom, here's a good example for you. Sorry, guys.
4 wins today for jockey Angel Cruz.
I'm having internet issues again. But I'm going to show you this. I'm assuming, did the 3 horse win this race at Aqueduct? Well, I'm going to, either way. When we talk about looking for EquinEdge long shots, look at this. It's the 3rd top EquinEdge long shot at EE morning line, 5-1. It's 14%, so it's a decent win percentage, right? It's got one of the top SORs. Oh, and it has top GSR. EquinEdge long shot. Right? Oh, race 8's in 20 minutes. So that was the 7th. All right, well, let's look at this one. Oh, that's the well, we did talk about the 7, right? Isn't that the one I said is a decent EquinEdge long shot? Oh, there we go. Okay, well, that 3 horse looks like a decent play as well. But yeah, we talked about this one as well. 5-2 EquinEdge morning line, good win percentage, 2 wins and 6 tries at the distance, a good GSR, EquinEdge long shot. Yeah. And this one this one looks great too. Now, before you choose that and how you play it, you also have to decide that maybe you either don't like the favorite or you do. I will say this horse has no speed. The GSR drops. So that would make me, it's not that the 6 can't win, but it would make me like the 3 horse that much more. I think the 3 horse could definitely be in the money. Clearly, if you look at the pace number, the 6 horse has no pace at all. Now, there's no pace in this race, to be fair, so maybe it won't matter. But I think the Treasure Trove, the EquinEdge long shot, has a good look. Anthony always wins. He's so good. I didn't look, Caesar. I haven't looked at all, honestly. So we got 1 minute to race number 5. As we're coming up to it, maybe let me know, hey, there's a race coming up in the tournament, and we'll look at it, okay? No, Woodbine Race number 5 first. Okay. We'll try to get in Delmar if we can, even though we can't show you the races. Oh, shit. Sorry, Chris. Well, I would definitely don't want to jinx you. I'm rooting for you, brother. Let's see here. So wide open on the win percentages in this race. We're alive as well, right? That's right. We have to watch this race. Who do we have? So we're alive to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we really didn't have a strong opinion in that race. Oh, good, Chris.
The Chestnut filly has
all right.
To the line.
Come on, let's move on.
Guided forward. Very relaxed in the warm-up, so-called vacation. Now down to 6-1. Getting support here. Crumlin Lad has come down to be the 3-1 current favorite.
New school, Anthony. Absolutely right. What Anthony said right there.
Next along is the filly, Flowers and Berries.
The younger generation here is going to be using
takes position now.
These tools.
Almost nods to the camera. The last 2 move up. Cut Fail and Little Dommy, who's a newcomer. Stand by for a start. Cut Fail exiting the Cup and Saucer Stakes. Little Dommy to the outside.
We have a lot to do, though.
4-1.
But we will. Come on.
Nibbled out in the betting here. Paramount Prince now down to 7-2, pushing for favoritism as they come to the jump.
Souvenirs.
Hernandez won the previous.
All right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rest to move on.
Locked up.
I think today it's been speed, hasn't it? Woodbine?
And they're off. And a bit awkwardly out with So-Called Vacation. Flowers and Berries came out on top with Crumlin Lad. Coming for the early leaders, Paramount Prince, a line of 3 in the early stages with Little Dummy on the outside. Coming between horses nicely, Lon Rose Gizmo. And also joining that pack is Cut Fail with Wild Conversation on the inside. And then a break of about 7 lengths to So-Called The Vacation is last. Showing the way narrowly is Paramount Prince on the inside. Crumlin Lad in the center. Trapped a little wide, Flowers and Berries, but hasn't been used up, is now coming for this leader. And on the inside, Lon Rose Gizmo, Cut Fail. And on the outside of them, Little Dommy, 2.5 to 3 to Wild Conversation, So-Called Vacation, no fun yet. Racing out in front, 3 of them. Paramount Prince going easily in the lead. Flowers and Berries called up into second spot, and Paramount Prince breaks for home nicely. 2 in front. Crumlin Lad and Flowers and Berries have their work cut out to chase this one home, and Paramount Prince racing 4 in front. Crumlin Lad in second. Flowers and Berries the outside, and Little Dommy's running on, but Paramount Prince putting a sizable gap on rivals, has it well and truly parceled up. Paramount Prince, a most polished display.
Man,
impressive
been holding today,
scores
huh?
by almost 10 lengths. They get 8 3/4. Second place.
Wow. I believe that was the top pace number, wasn't it? It's first time starter. EquinEdge long shot. What we was talking about? What do we was talking about? First time starter EquinEdge long shots are so deadly, aren't they? Screw the 2. That horse was 8 to 1 on the morning line as well. Ends up going off as your favorite. All right, let's check out Del Mar real quick. That's actually a good hit for the pick 5. Yeah, firsters and long shot firsters are so deadly. Del Mar's off. Okay. Thank you, Eric. So I'm watching it with you guys. So 3's in the lead.
So that's the pattern as they turn down the backside at a leisurely pace. Nice Ice, slow as she can take them in front by 3 parts of a length. Now Octane picks it up a bit. Joe Bravo sensing that slow pace on Octane coming up a closer second.
Okay. Thanks, Tom.
Bit. A new piece is now back in third. Varoma and Feathers racing stride for stride, 4 lengths off the leader. Coola's down at the rail. Now they begin to pick up that tempo coming on the final turn. Nice Ice got a tap of the whip there. She's encouraged to pick it up, and she's got run in her. She leads to Octane. A new piece. Feathers is poised. Varoma between horses.
The reason why the 3 horse is a dangerous horse, whether it wins or not, it's got a nice SOR along with that pace. But it's not going to win, and so you would put a note on there that needs easier. And look at the EquinEdge long shot going to win at 11 to 1. That's incredible. Oh, okay. There you go, Tom. You want an EquinEdge long shot that's a possibility? It's 8 to 1 the EquinEdge morning line. That's not bad. It's 12%, so that's not a bad win percentage. What else? It's got a good SOR. It fits in the SOR category with all of them, right? If anything, look here. It's at the top. And then the GSR, it's not terrible. I mean, one horse has a good one in Feathers, but this would be a long shot that you might want to use for sure. John Lee's my simulcast partner at Del Mar last summer. But no, yeah, this would be an example, Tom, of a horse for sure. Okay, Gulfstream Park's going to go off in probably about 4 minutes, so we got time. But, and I did the Hippica show this morning. We did a pick 5. Now we're alive in the pick 6. Let's see here. So this is the ticket I did, okay, with Hippica, but I singled the 4. And again, the 8's the horse to beat. Well, the 4's the horse to beat if it's everything's fine, but it's still a foreign horse. But yeah, this is the ticket I gave out. The 4 is a Group 1 winner. These are not even great allowance horses. And the 4, Super Corrento, this is a horse that raced in Argentina, raced in Peru, and beat O'Connor, who came back here to just win by open lengths. And Safi Joseph is pointing O'Connor to the Pegasus. And Super Corrento beat this horse. So that's why I think this horse is a single. It's 8-5 EquinEdge morning line, and it's the top EquinEdge pick. That's why. But if for whatever reason Super Corrento isn't up to the task, then Clapton would probably be the other horse.
1 minute.
Wow. That's a great testimony right there, Stuart. Thank you so much for that. I'm 74 and I've been using EE for 6 months and never did horse racing, and now hitting pick 5s all day long. That's pretty cool.
And the horse is crossing over onto the all-weather Tapiti course, going to make their way to the starting gate for race number 7. It's your last call to wager. Last call for the late pick 5 at Gulfstream. And the horses have reached the starting gate.
That's really cool.
Post time, getting set to load in here momentarily for race number 7.
That's such a disappointing effort from Cyberknife. Should have had that race.
Gold with Edgar Perez. Second choice at 7-2 is number 10, King Theo with Sammy Camacho. First to load in will be the gray Especialia to the inside gate with Sean Bridgemahan. Also number 6, the North Remembers. So the North Remembers will go in first with
2, 4, 6, 10, 13. I believe.
Especialia.
Those are the horses we have in the pick 6.
Here comes Tap Gold, the favorite 8-5 still on number 7, Tap Gold. Edgar Perez moving into the gate. 2, Bet the Luck steps up with Luca Panit. Next pair will be Heat of the Night with Jaime Torres and Osprey with Jason Uwais. They're loading fairly quickly here. King Theo is next to face up to the gate with Sammy Camacho. Still 7-2 second choice is King Theo. 4-1 on number 4, Rye Sense of Humor. Number 12, You Can't Catch Curlin. Heriberto Figueroa goes in line. Here comes Rye Sense of Humor. Two more to load. Mr. Sarcastic with Jose Morelos, who already has a double on the program. Mr. Sarcastic joins the line, and the last one, the outside, will be Dazzling Truths with Leonel Reyes.
Good luck, Bedri.
And they're in the gate. Off and running for the late pick 5. Pretty decent dispatch. The fastest away is Tap Gold from the center of the track. Tap Gold quickly out and quickly crosses over to take command. Heat of the Night has early footing as well to the outside. Heat of the Night up into second as Rise Sense of Humor gets away right there toward the inside in third position. Crossing over to the inside from fourth is King Theo now. Up on the outside.
I was really hoping the 8 would duel with the 7 and not give him such an easy lead.
And up on the outside.
Jesus, me too.
Comes, the North 3 members outside of Mr. Sarcastic. And we come further back in the field to Benelux. And you can't catch Curlin. The opening quarter was 25 and 1/5 seconds. They race down the backstretch at Gulfstream and make their way toward the half mile next. Tap Gold shows the way by a long neck right up on the outside. Heat of the Night is pressuring that leader from second. In a stalking position is Rise Sense of Humor in third position and still close up to the pace is King Theo.
Almost
right
singled the 4,
Camacho toward
but
the
I wasn't
inside
sure,
and
but I
in
was
between
praying that the 8
Dazzling
would pressure the 7 like it is now.
Has a chance here from 5th position, moving up on the outside around that one from 6. Now taking 5th, the North 3 members is coming on. The half a mile was in 49 and 4.
When I was doing the Hippica show, I said the 4 could be a single.
Tap Gold still has a short.
I think the 7's done.
Heat of the Night turns up the pressure.
I think the 13's coming.
Here comes Rise Sense
6
of Humor
is coming.
Out wide, coming on to take the lead. Rise Sense of Humor will turn him in for home.
Come on,
Heat of the
4.
Night continues to fight on toward the inside. Is Tap Gold winding up on
Come
the
on,
outside.
4.
The North
Even the 6 would be good.
On.
Come on, 6. Catch this 4.
Coming inside the final furlong.
We're home either way.
On the outside, the North 3 members. Then toward the inside.
That's how you leave out a favorite.
It's Rise Sense of Humor to win it. Rise Sense of Humor gets it done.
Almost singled that horse.
Was second. Then we had Tap Gold and Dazzling Truce and Heat of the Night.
Talked about that on the show, on the Hippica show, about singling that 4. I just had watched the race replay of it, and it looked really, really good. And I almost did it. But that was really good. Nice. Really, and that horse went off at 4-1 too, right? That's just huge. That is awesome. And look, all because of the pace number, we left out the 7. We left out that 9-5 favorite. You have to do stuff like that. And the pace number helps you do that. Because look, I just figured those 2 will be dueling. Plus, Justin helped me too today because Justin was explaining, because I've had a rough time on the synthetic at Gulfstream Park. I feel like I know the dirt course. I feel like I know the turf course. And since I moved here to Florida, I really started becoming proficient at that course. But then they put in the synthetic and it messed me all up. But, you know, Justin's saying it's very difficult for whatever reason. Horses don't win on the lead very often on the synthetic. It happens as far as 2 turns. And the 8 helped us out. Even though the 8 had no chance of winning at 35-1, the 8 helped us out pushing the 7 a bit. So that was great. Yeah, Cliff, the top 2 EquinEdge picks will win 50. I want to say it's like 55% of the time. And then the top 2 win percentages actually win like 56% of the time. So, yeah. And gosh, I'm a little mad at myself because I should have stuck with my convictions. But that's okay. We're doing the same thing here, by the way, in the next race over at Gulfstream Park. I don't think any of these horses, maybe the 7 will be the favorite, but we left out some contenders in here. And 2, if you're new to EquinEdge, I challenge you in a good way to go and watch other pace numbers. Compare anything out there with pace, and there's not going to be anything close, I promise you. Our pace number is so good, and anybody that's winning playing horse races knows that pace makes the race. You have to be able to calculate pace accurately, and you don't have to do it manually. Even if you did do it manually, you wouldn't do it as well as the EquinEdge pace numbers. And I think anybody here that's been using EquinEdge for a while will tell you that there's nothing close to this pace number. So good. So I don't know if you were to use it, how you could ever be without it again. I couldn't. There's no way. I would just die. If I was looking at something that didn't have our pace number on there, I wouldn't know what to do. I really wouldn't. You could take the win percentage. You could take the EquinEdge picks. Just keep me the SOR, pace number, and GSR, please. I don't know. I think maybe the EquinEdge morning line would be in there somewhere as well. I don't know. What would you choose? What's up, Justin? What? Did I not tell you about that 4 horse? Did we not say that? Gosh darn it. The E pace number is sick. God, thank you, Dan. It's just true. If you're new, you're probably going blah, blah, blah. But it's just the truth. It's just the truth. What we say, that 7, the 8 and the 7 are going to push. Remember, Justin? Justin and I were going over the late pick 5. It feels good to be right. But, Justin, I didn't single that 4 horse in that leg. I should have singled it. I really thought about it, and then I didn't do it. I didn't have the balls to do it. That's a really good point too, Lawrence. That's a really good point too. That's a good point. Ticket generator is sick too. You did a similar ticket? Nah, it's fun when it all works out like that. All right, let's get over to Matt Dinnerman over at Golden Gate Fields. We got to give the Stronach group some love over there too. They're always supporting us. You have a wide open race here, it looks like. If you sort the SOR, it's not like the one horse has anything. What I see initially is the one is, aside from the win percentage of 44% and 8-5 on the morning line, I don't necessarily see what the one horse has necessarily over these other horses as far as anything else. Like, it doesn't have the top pace. It doesn't really have a strong, the class is okay. Its GSR isn't dominant. Its SOR isn't dominant. You know what I mean? So, like, it's one of the ones, but it could be going over bet a little bit. I want to watch this race. You should never bet on horses. Why? Why should you never bet on horses? I think, Vintage, have you been on this show before? You're the glass is half kind of full type of person, aren't you? That's okay. We got plenty of room for you. We got an amazing EquinEdge community here. But we try to keep it positive.
Again, the red light is flashing.
All right.
On the starting gate.
Matt Dinnerman came on one of the Breeders' Cup shows. You guys saw that. That was fantastic. Matt was great, wasn't he? I mean, and you know what was great? There were some people that were like, oh, I don't know if I can come on. You know, they were not totally negative. But like, did you notice if you watch those shows closely, nobody really wanted to get off. I thought that was great. It was great. Like, they were enjoying being on. I don't know if you guys picked up on that as well. Well, I think. Well, okay. So that would speak towards you doing something wrong. You've heard the term.
Again, the red light is flashing on the starting gate
Matt
at
Dinnerman.
the gate fields. The runners have made their way towards the gate for race number 1.
What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? So I think what you have to do is look at this in a way. You should take my coaching classes. All you have to do is go to EquinEdge.com. Watch. It's free to do so, but it's really good. And watch. You just go here, and you see free coaching class here. You click on that, and there's 3 classes per week. 2 on Thursdays and then 1 on Saturday. And there's still 6 spots left at 1 o'clock on Thursday. And there's so much to learn. And then so in the beginning, don't really bet or bet really little. And then maybe as you start feeling confidence and figuring out how to use the tools, maybe then you would bet.
Just a couple more runners to load in.
So I'm just going to predict that 1 doesn't necessarily have to win. 3 is going to have an easy lead, I would imagine. 4 will be sitting in second and is 9-1. Look how good the EquinEdge morning line is. It's 9-2 on the odds maker. Right now it's 6-1, but that doesn't mean this horse can't win. I think it's a wide open race.
The gray mare Desert Smoke out alertly up on the pace. Fantastic Secret has speed. Coco Sense wrinkled back in third, gets to the fence approach of the clubhouse turn. But Desert Smoke's on top. So Desert Smoke into the turn leads the way and opens up a length and a half. And Fantastic Secret decides to track. She's second. Coco Sense headstrong to the inside third. She's about 2.5 clear of Silk Road Sally and Gregoro. Nicole Grace is the trailer early on. A half dozen lengths from front to back as they make their way up the back stretch. Desert Smoke and apprentice Adrian Escobedo lead the way by a touch more than a length. Fantastic Secret.
I like that too, Stuart. I look at the stretch run and the finish, and if a horse is finishing a higher SOR and is right there at the stretch, but then fizzles out and fades, I like those kind of horses once they drop in class in SOR.
Leads by about a length. Fantastic Secret a little bit closer in second. Now just a half length off and turns up the pressure as they round the forward turn. The top pair open up 3. Coco Sense under a ride. Gregoro being asked to pick up the pace. She's in the 3 path. Tries to circle 2 runners, but really asked to turn it around. She's under a hard ride at the quarter pole. Desert Smoke hits the lead with Fantastic Secret. They're going at it coming off the turn. Coco Sense still third with Silk Road Sally. Gregoro is on the far outside trying to kick it in, but still has to get going. Down the lane, here comes Coco.
What did I tell you about the one? Hey, there's Spencer. Congratulations, brother. What did I tell you about this one? Like, it really was getting over bad. So it might have got second, but the 2-horse wins the race. Like, what did I say? Wide open race. But here's a good teaching moment. So Spencer, by the way, everybody, let's give him a big shout out. Congratulations. Made the NHC. So he's going to be headed to the NHC. So stoked for Spencer. He gave us a big shout out on Twitter yesterday. I think it was yesterday, right? But look, aside from the EquinEdge morning line, which is to predict what a horse is going to go off at, so that's not any indicator of a horse running good. Not the way in this context. And then 44%. Aside from that, I need to see some other metrics in the EquinEdge pick. Like, show me something else. He has no class advantage and no GSR advantage. You could just kind of see this horse is getting overbet. No speed. And look at this. 4 times is the favorite. Now 5. This horse is not won. He at 28% lost, 28% lost, 24% lost, 37, 43, 43. You see that? Whew. No, not for my money. No way. No way. Look, aren't we alive we're alive for the pick 5 at Woodbine, right? Who's alive? Good afternoon, Cindy. Hello, Rodney, by the way. You snuck in there. You need this 4 or 7. I put the 8 has issues. So that's not. I'm so glad. Where have you been, Tom? Well, we're glad you're here now. You fit into this community great. We have an amazing community. Join the VIP Facebook group as well, Tom. That's pretty cool. You go on there, a lot of notifications, but a lot of people sharing stuff and a lot of great people up there, and they're really helpful too. Oh, you did? Justin's great, huh? I honestly think Justin explains things better than I do. I honestly do. Okay, so we have pick 5. We did a 120 ticket. We're live. I don't know if it's paying anything, but we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got an $8.70 horse home. We got the single home, who was the favorite. We got the 1 horse home, paid $5.30. The horse was 3-1 morning line. We got the 2 horse home, the EquinEdge long shot, but it was 8-1 on the morning line, and that's what matters. And then we have 5 horses here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to hit it. You get it, Cindy. Yep. It helps you with that, right? We snipped out that 1 horse at Golden Gate. All right. So anybody want to play a late pick 5 at Woodbine or no? I live in Fort Lauderdale. So not too far from you. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a horse. With the way speed has been holding, couldn't you completely see the 2 or the 3 winning this race, especially the 3? That possible? The 2 is the EquinEdge long shot, 17-1, 8-1 on the. Okay, so Tom, here you go. Sort the morning line on the EquinEdge long shot, the 2, 8-1, not bad considering the 4 is 6-5, and then the rest of them are bigger, so not bad. 12% in this field. 12% is pretty good. Good pace number. 48 on the class. The highest is 52. Nothing wrong with that. And 62 when the top's 69. That's not bad either. So if you're looking to in a tournament to use an EquinEdge long shot, that's not a bad play. 258 to 845, Willie. Okay. All right. I think there's 3. 15-1 odds makers morning line. Look at EquinEdge morning line. 7. Win percentage, it's 7-1 right now. 13%. Mark Cassidy has the first time started the 7 horse that Cindy likes a little bit. We don't have it. So hopefully it won't beat us. You're out the gate. We have 1 through 5. With the way speed's been holding.
Oh, wow. Getting out to a big price.
If the 2 or 3 could be good. Watch that carefully.
Finished on pretty much terms with the favorite and just on time and is out to 18-1. Worst behavior goes forward. And now the red
you're in Alberta.
Speed Trap.
Awesome. TJ played a 2-3.
Mark Cassie sends out a few runners here, the first of which
I love Canada. I've been all over Canada. I love it all.
First time starter, Victoria's Tappet. 8-1. Goes in. Be Like Lee. Also a fresh face coming to the line.
Steve's on the 8.
The Mark Laurel on gate 7 with Declan Carroll. Be Like Lee out to 11-1. Mischief Lily is joining them.
At Woodbine.
And Patrick Husbands goes in with Mischief Lily. And now for George Bigliotti, it is Stolen.
There you go, Willie.
9. And the last, Crumble.
You have an awesome neighbor, I'll tell you that.
The field is ready. They're all in, locked up.
Come on. I want to see this 3 or 2 go gate to wire. Prove us right.
And a very nice break for Stolen. Came out on top. Aha Moment runs to the front. One who was...
Don't mess around, 3. Go.
It was Victoria's Tappet, not showing much pace. Coming to the front quickly, though, is Worst Behavior from just on time. Aha Moment to 3rd and coming forward, Speed Trap quite casually on the inside to 4th. On the outside next, Be Like Lee and the rails, Oh Wow from Stolen. A length to Crumlin Beast, Mischief Lily. And last early is Victoria's Tappet finding stride. But out in front, Worst Behavior narrowly from just on time. Aha Moment and Speed Trap on the inside. Around them goes Stolen, making headway nicely 3 wide, though. Be Like Lee is there with Oh Wow. Up the rails, Mischief Lily, Crumlin Beast, and 2.5 away.
Man, 4 is loaded.
Tappet Out in front, Worst Behavior just on time. Aha Moment on the inside. Speed Trap's had a terrific run if good enough. Stolen's running a nice race on the outside. 2 lengths away came Be Likely and Crumlin Beast finishing on. Mischief Lily coming up the rails from Oh Wow. Turning in front just on time. Snuck to the front for Slay Jones and narrowly in the lead from Worst Behavior. And now Speed Trap trying to come after them and out wider. Stolen's ranging up. Speed Trap and Stolen.
Come on, Four.
Stolen on the outside.
Go, Four.
Front, running on late.
Go, Four.
Speed Trap.
Get up, Four.
Coming through now. Speed Trap, Worst Behavior kicks. Speed Trap narrowly in front. And Speed Trap has gone on
God, the
win.
3 ran
Speed
huge.
Trap by a length to Worst Behavior. Aha Moment might have
I think it came in 4.35. I mean, we didn't really have to sweat too much, but
on 117 flat.
I don't know that we didn't want the favorite probably, but I was a little worried about the 9 on the outside. Well, we hit it. We hit the pick 5 at least. What did it pay to that 4? 4, you could see the 4 was loaded all the way from the 3/8 pole. And the 3 ran huge. It ran huge to stay up for second. I think it stayed up for second, right? Yeah. 4-3, it looks like the 5 horse. Not going to be much, but that's okay. It's a win. Pick 5, boom. No, Cliff, we have 10 different algorithms that are long shot algorithms. The EquinEdge long shot is 1 of 10. It's the best of the 10. But the other ones hit, just not as much. I don't know how they differ. They all look at different things. I almost didn't put it up there because I thought it'd be too much, but I've seen races where there was 3 price plays on 3 different horses in the same race, and they all 3 came in first, second, and third. For like, I think the trifecta paid like $3,800 or something like that. So, and Deb Martin on a $12 or $21.60 ticket, she hit for like $23,000, and that was the first day that we released the price plays. And she never would have used the horse if she didn't see the price play. Do they win often? No, they win about maybe 12% of the time. EquinEdge long shot wins 14% of the time. So I still think you have to handicap them. But at least what they do for me, Cliff, is at least they point you and go, okay, let me at least look at this. But just because you see a price play or an EquinEdge long shot does not mean you just bet it. I think you use all the metrics in combination like we've been doing that. Yeah, I wish I'd have played it. Wow, Daniel too. Look at you guys. Canada in the house. When I used to travel to Canada probably every other month. I loved it. I'm assuming Del Mar took off already, right? Believe me, this is where, and I've asked him for it, but if Del Mar knew, like, think about it. We're playing other things. I'm sure you guys are betting some Del Mar. I don't blame you. But if Del Mar just gave us the ability to show live streaming, then I'd be handicapping my ass off on Del Mar and we'd be covering Del Mar, but they just don't. And it bums me out. And hopefully maybe one day they'll change their mind and hopefully somebody's listening. But, you know, when you're Del Mar and you have, you're getting, everyone's playing your track, you just feel like you don't need anybody else. You don't need any partners besides some of the bigger ones. That's kind of the mindset. So I just don't really give it much attention anymore. And Del Mar is my favorite track. So it's not like I don't love Del Mar because I do. Top EquinEdge pick wins. Careless Kitten.
The unofficial results of race 2. The winner was number 7.
I love when John drops his voice. The unofficial.
Second, number 5, Pittsburgh.
I love John. You want to talk about salty the earth person? That's John. Such a great person. It came in 7-5, by the way. Top 2 EquinEdge picks, top 2 win percentages. What else? I don't know how it does it. EE picks 5-7 as well. Pretty crazy. Look at, you know what the great part about it is? We can just handicap the metrics. We don't have to worry about all the details of all the statistics. One day, I don't know how anybody handicaps traditionally anymore, the old way. I don't want to open up those past performances and look at all those numbers and try to figure that out. Yeah, I would have thought they would have too, Daniel, but they, I don't know. I think I was telling you the story last year. They had called me saying they wanted me to work this past summer. And what do we have to do to get me down to California? And I said, just cover my expenses. You don't need to pay me anything. Just cover the expenses and I'll come down and I'll do the simulcast for the entire month and a half or whatever it is. They said, okay, we'll make that happen. And then they changed their minds. I have no idea why. I was really bummed out about it. But it was all good because I got to go to Spain and, you know, it was fine. So, but again, Del Mar is my favorite track on earth. Like, I love Del Mar. But business is business, and they made a decision not to retain me for the summer. But I also asked them about showing live streaming, and they turned it down. Like, I don't get it. Think about it. Get as many people streaming as you can, because those people are going to be betting on your tracks. Give past performances and replays to as many people as you can, because if they're able to watch your replays, they're going to bet more. It's just a no-brainer to me. No-brainer. All right, Gulfstream Park. We are live to what? We did the pick 6. I remember that. We did the pick 5 as well. I did the Hippica pick 5. Oh, that's right. That 4-horse won the last race. Believe me when I tell you, the 4 was going to be a single. As a matter of fact, if you go back and you watch the Hippica, you have the link on your email. It's also up on YouTube. If you go back there, you'll see. I said single that 4-horse right here. This one, who paid $10.40. I changed my mind. Yeah, it's exactly like, this is where I'll give you an example, and I won't bore you with the story, but many of you know the Formula One, the F1 story, right? It had an old owner that was set in his ways, and they were dying. He's like, why don't you market? Everyone would say to him, why don't you market to the younger people? He's like, why would I market to them? They're not my audience. Well, horse racing is the exact same way. Imagine everyone says the same thing. Well, the younger people, they're not our audience, so we're not going to market to them. Well, eventually you're going to die off, because all the other, the older group is we're all going to die. So then he sold, and the new group hired a new marketing company. They didn't put any restrictions on any of the drivers. You could tweet out, you can say whatever you want to say. They did the Netflix series. Next thing you know, Formula One is crazy right now. One of the most popular sports there is. This is my vision for horse racing. I know we can do this. I know we can do this.
1 minute.
We're going to get there. Believe me, it's a huge part of the marketing plan and stuff. Right now, as many prayers as we can get on this darn real time.
The horses are approaching the starting gate. It's your last chance to wager. Last call.
Because we have so many metrics that have to get updated if a horse is scratched, if a track is off the turf. That's the biggest thing. We did this pick 6 for 100 and I don't know what we did it for. I can't remember. Was it really $54? That's it. I know we singled the 4.
And the field arriving at the starting gate for this afternoon's 8th race. It's post time, set to load in momentarily.
And then there's
here.
3 horses here, 7, 8,
9
9.
right now.
7's okay. I'm glad we used this first time starter.
Kevin Krieger
I like the breeding
First
on this
one to
horse.
load in will be the long
Nice
shot
GSR.
Pluma Roja with Jaime Torres.
But he does draw wide, and that's not a good place to be going one turn on the dirt. 7 is going to be sitting
Pluma Roja
either in the lead or right
gate.
on the
Here
horses on the
Dollar
inside.
Bell with Edgar
This horse
Perez.
fits strongly.
8
So
to
let's
1
just
right
get the
now,
7, 8, or
number
9.
Dollar
Doesn't
Bell.
matter which one. But I like the 7 most in the race. If you are betting
9 to
vertical.
5 still, and the favorite number 4 Naruto. Next to move into line, Naruto steps up. Adios Papa Chico in the orange silks. Next to move into line with jockey Lionel Reyes. Adios Papa Chico. Currently 4-1. Joins the line. Here comes For the Love of Art with Sonny Leon. 3-1 right now on number 7 For the Love of Art. The outside pair remains.
I felt like the 4 and 5 and one other horse were going to duel. And I felt like the 7 was better than them and sits on the outside. And the 7 could even have the lead if it really wanted to. I kind of hope it does try to go, because then that would set it up for the 8 or 9.
1 right now for Sweet Side and Miguel Vasquez.
This race, the way the jockey rides the 7 horse here is going to determine everything.
And they're in the gate. And they're off and running their 6 furlong journey, and a very good start here from the outside with some speed. Catalina Express is up in the early pace. Also right there is For the Love of Art and Naruto toward the inside. Those 3 line up right across the track. Sweet Side also has some early speed from that outside post position. Comes on to challenge for that 4th position with Adios Papa Chico, the top 5.
I'm just glad. I'm good with this.
Turn, and it's a gap of a couple
I'm just really glad that the jockey on the 7 did not give this,
swinging around the 5 turn after a quarter of 20
early lead to the 4. Very happy about that.
Front For the Love of Art on the outside.
9 seems to be struggling. 8's struggling. I think we're going to need to rely on this 7 right now. I think, oh, maybe the 9's coming.
And now comes to the outside. And
I thought the 5 needed the lead, so I don't like the 5 late.
The track as they hit the top of the lane, the half a mile in 46 and 1/5. Naruto.
Come on, 8. 8 would be huge.
Up on the outside, Catalina Express in between horses. Adios Papa Chico, but Naruto has got the jump on them late here in the final 16th. Naruto has the lead. Adios Papa Chico is trying hard. Naruto over Adios Papa Chico to the line. Naruto wins it. Adios Papa Chico home second. That was Catalina Express, Sweet Side, and For the Love of Art.
God, we've been killing. We had such good momentum going too, but that 4 got the lead, dueled with the 7, but it didn't matter. 7 disappointed. Kevin Krieger did a good job. What a drag. Oh, you used the 4, 5, and 7. Nice going. All right, let's see here. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for me. It's been about 4 hours. And I want to thank you all. This has been a fun show, actually. Sorry we didn't get by that race. Took a chance on trying to beat the 4, but it didn't work out. It got the trip that I wanted, but just not good enough. The 5 ran good as well. And, man, those pace horses, they're tough, aren't they? All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't forget to watch Oldie and Justin's show on Friday. And thank you, Cindy. Thank you, everybody. Jonathan, thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, okay? And then we'll see you next week. Take care.